who already shown that they don't want them, who don't even want to be, who are not truly choosing them. So it's like, am I trying to become something that I'm not? Am I being something that I'm not? Good morning, welcome in everybody.
Grab my water, I'll be back.
What is your thoughts, my sister? Because you got a lot of people out here spending so many years trying to become something, trying to become the perfect partner while chasing people who have already shown them that they don't really want them and that they don't choose them. But why are we still chasing someone? Why are we trying to perfect ourselves to be with someone who doesn't want to be with us? There are a lot of us, men and women alike. We're out here trying to become something and trying to do something and want to try to perfect something. Like, why am I trying to be perfect for someone who doesn't choose me or never have chosen me in the first place? But here I am trying to perfect myself, trying to make myself as better as good as I can be just for this person to accept me. And they still do not choose me. But yet they chose someone else. And here I am still working year after year. Year after year, I'm trying to perfect something that I cannot perfect.
That's what people go wrong, big bro. You should want to be perfect for yourself. You should want to be the best version of whatever you want to be for yourself, and accept the people that accept that. Trying to be perfect for somebody else is crazy. But I'll land there.
And Dr. Amy said that's an identity crisis. It sure enough is, but some people don't even understand that they're going through that crisis, trying to change their identity to become someone. We do it all. I mean, listen, people do it all the time. Men change that. We change our identities on the regular. For every woman that we get, we changing ourselves. We say that we stand, oh, this is who I am, but no, we're not. We're changing because we want to be better for this woman, depending on the woman. And sometimes, think about it like this. We meet certain women, and if this woman gives us attitude and we're not the type of man that develops that type of behavior, guess what we do? We change and become that person. We change our total identity and we become this type of man that we never was. And sometimes we don't even see it for our true selves. I didn't even know I was like this. Until you start to realize, dang, I'm like this.
Is it safe to say that they were trained that way?
Exactly. They trained themselves to be that way.
Hey, good morning, Velvet. I want to commend you on your program, show, whatnot. You seem to be growing very fast and accumulating a good following, nice family and whatnot. I want to commend you on that. I hadn't talked on your show in a minute. I show up in here pretty frequently though. But if I could address what you said as far as becoming the one and being the one.
Becoming the one versus being the one.
Yeah, versus being the one. So we are all the one for somebody. I mean, maybe you're not the one for somebody. I mean, but we all would like to think that we are the one for somebody. If you have to become something, that means that's not you. You know what I'm saying? Like you can check all the marks. Like ask a person what they like, what they want to do, how much money they make. You can ask all these questions, and then you can achieve that. You can go out and be that, but that's not you. You know what I'm saying? That's like you being a penguin and you trying to put on a polar bear costume. You know what I'm saying? Like you can go up and a polar bear might be like, hey man, look like a polar bear. But once they pull that costume off, like, hey man, let's eat this guy. You know what I'm saying? You can't be what you are not. You know, it's either you are or you're not. And if you constantly trying to prove that you're something that you are not, you always gonna fall short, because that means that person can move the goalpost at any point. You know what I'm saying? Like they did this. Let me move the goalpost over here and see if they're gonna do this too. Now you got to go and do that. Now you're stressing yourself out. Versus if you continue to be you, no matter where they put that goalpost, it's like, hey man, I ain't doing that. Now they mad. Now they gonna leave because you not being who they want you to be. So just continue to be you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining. Miss V, what's up, sis? What's up, Doctor?
What's good, bro? Good morning to the panel. That's a great question you're asking. I think for me, it started with me looking at myself because I got tired of getting the same results. So I chose to do something different. And once I did that, he found me, just period.
Okay, come on, come on, D. Awesome, I see you.
I just wanted to be petty and see how many people was actually mad about my brother's tone of all the good words that he gave us.
You know they're not ready for the tone this morning. But as you see, I am trying to switch it up a little bit. I'm not trying to come too hard this morning. But it's, I mean, at the end of the day, we truly got to ask ourselves, why am I forcing myself to become something that I'm truly not? We change ourselves and it's like we lose ourselves we're losing ourselves trying to please someone, which we do on a regular basis because a lot of people try to impress other people. We live in a world right now where I have to impress somebody. I got to be better than who I am instead of just saying this is who I am. I love being me. I don't want to change being me. But if I have to make changes, it should be making changes for the better. If I'm single, I have single thoughts. I'm doing things as a single individual. If I'm in a relationship and I know that this is the woman that I want to spend the rest of my life with, as a man, yes, I'm going to make changes, but they're going to be the right changes. I'm not trying to become the one because I'm already the one. Sometimes we don't even see the person that is the one because we're looking beyond that person. And this is where the confusion comes in within yourself, because now you felt, oh, I chose wrong. I did this, I did that. But guess what? Sometimes the person that's for you is right in front of you, but we have the expectations of people and we want them to be a certain type of way. We got to call it, that's not what I want. You're not what I'm attracted to. How do you truly know what you're attracted to, or you just going with what you like? Some people don't even know what they really, really attracted to.
Yeah, I speak about that often. That's one of the things I ask people. How did you create what you're attracted to? Why do you like what you like? And if you don't have an answer, that means you've been socially engineered to like what you like. It's not even from you. That also tells me that you don't know you. So, the truth of the matter is that people be frauding, and they just sheep. They're just sheep off the social media conveyor belt. And yeah, be yourself, man. You got a long time to live in this body. Be yourself. But if people don't like it, so what?
But it's hard to be yourself when there's so many things to mimic. It's hard to be me when there's so many things that I want to be, and there's so many things to mimic. Because think about it, even when we was kids, we seen certain things. Oh, I want to be like this. I want to be like Mike. I want to be like this person. So,
but bro, that comes from you not understanding that you are valuable. You are valuable. You're not Michael Jordan. Be the first you. Stop trying to be the next Michael Jordan. Because the world is waiting for the first you to show up. We got enough people trying to be Michael Jordan. Be you. And when we talk about that, when I found myself, when I chose myself, that's when all the women started coming. That's when all the opportunities started coming. When I felt secure in who I am, that's when everything started to fall in line. I started getting close to God when I chose this. When I stopped cosplaying and playing Christian, took the Christian clothes off and actually became one. Yeah, everything opened up for me, but I'll land though.
Thank you, my brother. Look, I love when Top be dropping them jewels, bro.
I want to make a point on that though. Becoming you, or the real you, if I may.
Go on, continue.
That's using two of the greatest wide receivers in NFL as an example, based on what Top just said. I got an analogy for that. So use AJ Brown, right? He's an asshole, like with the Steelers. And then you use like Michael Irvin or Jerry Rice. Well, they all great receivers, right? They all went out and decided that they wanted to be a receiver. But a receiver is not who they are. That's not their personality. That's not their person. You know what I'm saying? They can all do the same things. And if you're looking for what somebody can do, you can find that. You can find what somebody can do. But with what they can do, what type of person are they? What are they bringing as far as what's going to benefit your life, your franchise, your business? What are they bringing with their abilities? Because some people can bring a lot of talent, and then they can bring a lot of letdown to the people around them. They got a lot of talent, but then they bashing people. They talking bad about them. They not mentally healthy. You know what I'm saying? But they bring all the talent, everything that you're looking for. You know, as far as talent and that wise, but they cannot sustain personal relationships with other people because they're just not that person.
But you know what though? Some people don't even see you as the one. That's the thing. It's like no amount of becoming, no amount of becoming can force someone to see you as the one.
Right.
But becoming healthier, but it's about becoming the healthiest version of yourself. And it makes it much easier for someone to recognize you. But a lot of times we don't want to become the best version of ourselves. We want to be the best version of someone else. This is the reason why people don't. Why you think a lot of people don't receive certain people. We always. It's like I have to be the best version of me for someone to see me. But guess what? I'm not for everyone to see. That's like people say I'm not everybody's cup of tea, which is true. But we have this thing where we want to be seen by everybody. And that's that lack of, I call it low attention span. You have very low attention. So you're not receiving the attention that you wanted. So guess what you did? Now I have to be seen by everybody. I think a lot of like some of these brothers that be walking in the clubs or that be outside being real flossy, I think that their self-esteem is low. The loudest one in the room, the one that want to be heard, to me is like the bottom of the totem pole. But the brother that's standing there, that's quiet and observant and watching his surroundings, he is the strongest individual in that room. To me.
No, that's facts. Also, what also is facts is that there's 115 people in here. We got 45 shares. What's also facts is grab your daily heartbeat. Although the host will never ask you to gift him, I'm gonna ask. Gift this man. Gift these beautiful people on the panel. You can bypass me because I'm light skinned. Gift this man because he is again coming through on a wonderful Monday morning to bless y'all with a topic of discussion that isn't the TikTok normality. Right? We're talking about becoming the change. And this is stuff that is ingrained into the brain that it leads you to a whole nother position. I've never walked in a room without my head. My head always went in the direction my body shall follow. And all we're doing is, shout out to Dr. Amy and Donovan, is giving you the permission to think differently. Go ahead and follow both of these two great individuals. Dr. Amy, she's very classy and she's cool. She's only uncouth when I'm around. But today she's very classy and cool. Okay? Follow Donovan Gasper. Donovan Gasper, go ahead and click the link in his bio. You know, has a book out. Grab it. Game on. If you get it directly from him, you get a bookmark, even a pen. Follow this man. He's a credible source of information. He brings validity, vitality, brotherhood. It may make you uncomfortable because he has that raspy, deep tone. But if you listen to the words that he is using, you understand that this man is careful. This man is patient. This man is precise. He's purposed. He's poised. He's poignant. He's not loose. He ain't just spewing just because he has a microphone and a telephone. So please grab your daily heartbeat. Can we get those shares up to 75, please? All you have to do is go ahead and repost and add to your story. It's that simple. Repost and add to your story. That'll get 2 shares immediately. Can we get those shares moving, please? Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that. We're gonna shift right back. I'm gonna shift some boxes. I'm gonna shift back. So, first of all, good morning, Rain. Good morning, Brother Donovan again. Welcome in, guys. You know, we're talking about becoming the one versus being the one. But should you become the kind of person here's a question. Should you become the kind of person that you want to date, or finding someone who sees you as the one? I'll wait. I know it's a little quiet.
I thought you said Dr. Amy.
No, I was greeting, me saying good morning to those. But that's just, it's an open question.
Good morning, Paul. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. It's an open question for the panel.
I would say this: Dr. Amy hasn't spoken. She needs to speak. And I pick on Dr. Amy because she's lighthearted and she always responds with her great feminine essence. And I do that on purpose. And forgive me if I'm ever bothering you, Dr. Amy, but I just enjoy just hearing your feminine little air horns and then also your graceful responses.
Oh, she's getting herself together. That's why.
I mean, you could have left that out, and you didn't have to tell us all of that. Now people gonna be in your DM what you wearing right now.
But
The whole armor of God.
but no, I mean we got to call a spade though, because a lot of us, when I look at that, should you become the kind of person you want to date, or find someone who sees you as you are? A lot of us won't even date ourselves.
First of all, see you as yourself. Do you even know who you are?
Let's go.
Do you even know who you are? You want someone to date you, but you don't even know who you are. You don't, especially at this ripe age, at this wonderful age that we are in right now, you are an asset or a liability. Period. And if you're a liability, you better start working on becoming an asset. Because nobody in the space, especially if the man or the woman that you say that you want, if you are not aligned with them, there's no way they would even be looking for you. And you gotta start being real with yourself. Are you now? It goes back to the conversation that we had before, right? Are you dating what you want or what you think you want? And to my question is to you, is that if you say you want those things, are you sure that you are what they want? Because just because you want them don't mean they want you. And there's nothing wrong with that. But there also has to be the alignment of what it is that you say that you want. Are you even close to that person? What would attract them to you? And then once you have it, then what would keep them there?
That's 100% correct. A lot of time we find someone, and I think a lot of it is physical. It's not, people not even attracted to people's minds anymore. They're just attracted to the physical and what they can gain from this person. Like, wow, she's beautiful. Okay, what else about her? Yo, man, she's beautiful. Okay, but what else about her? Yeah, man, she's fine as hell. Okay, what else about her? Yeah, her body is crazy. Okay, what else about her? Yo, she got real hair. Okay, what else about her? What else about her? What else about him? Oh, he's fine. Okay, what else about him? He got a nice car. Okay, what else about him? He has a good job. Okay, what else about him? I know he's the type of man that can take care of me. What else about him? We always state the obvious because we see the obvious because that's what our eyes want to see. It's just the obvious.
You know, you remind me of this discussion I had here just about 3 days ago with a brother. We were sitting down and we were talking, and he's like, I wish that people would understand the and but. I said, okay. He says, you're going to love this. He said, D, you're a great guy, and you love being prompt, and you love being neat, and you love being detailed, and you give back to the community, and you're very present in discussions. I said, but what? I don't have a but. He says, but Samuel has a lot of those great qualities that you have, but he don't show up on time, but he don't care to be clean, but he don't care to be present in discussion. Highly skilled, but
I'm here.
And I was like, the and but method. And it's funny that Anthony said yesterday on your panel, when the but came out, that negated everything previously said. So think about this. Are you the and to your own story? Or are you the but to your own story? Because what you are to you is what you'll be to everyone else.
Because I always believe that everything behind but is BS. That was one of the things I was taught. Everything behind but is BS.
No, the but is what disqualifies you. There's a story in the Bible. It talks about a man named Naaman, and it said that he was the captain of the guards. He was a man of valor. He was honored in his city. It said, but he had leprosy. But I love that God can deal with your butt.
True.
Did you catch that? You catch that double entendre she dropped?
But the thing is, see, and I just said, but the thing is,
she said the beauty is that God can deal with your butt.
Exactly, but we can't.
That's the double entendre. The butt that is negating all the things, but your butt. God is dealing with your butt.
And at the same token, we are sitting here. I'm not saying we as us, but I'm just saying people are just sitting here. To me, I feel like trying to be chosen is it's a weak trait. I never wanted to position myself to be chosen. I know it sounds weird, but guess what? I'm not a trophy. I'm not a pair of shoes. I'm not an outfit. You should want to be with the person that you want to be with, that you see fit for you. But we sit here, we want to pick and choose. What's up, Leo? We sit here, we want to pick and choose, number one, because we are picky people. We are selfish within ourselves. We say that we're not. Oh, I take people for who they truly are. No, you really don't. Let's call a spade a spade. We are choosy, we are picky. We always want something that's really not for us. We don't see people for who they truly are, because if we did, then we would be accepted of so many people, but we're not. We lie to ourselves constantly. We sit here and we are very judgmental, even some of us that walk in Christ. I'm not saying all of us, but some people that walk in Christ. Bible believers, Bible thumpers, they still sit here and be very judgmental. We are very judgmental towards men and women, towards each other. Sometimes we don't know who like we said, we don't really know who we really are. Let's just call a spade a spade. T.O., give me a second. I'm going to have to call you back. I'm live, brother. All right. We don't really know who we truly are. We lie to ourselves constantly. Then we want to fix ourselves when it comes to certain women. Oh, I gotta be the man for her. And now it's almost like we're in competition with other men, because the moment we see another man talking to the woman that we want to talk to, we want to switch up and try to be better than that man. Instead of just being like, you know what, she's going to have to accept me for me. If she don't, it is what it is. That's one of the major problems that we have within ourselves. We are in competition to become the one. Instead of being the one, sometimes we got to look at the woman like, yo, she's the one. But how do we really know that she's the one or he's the one? Because how many times, let's ask ourselves this question. In how many relationships that we have been in that we have said, this is my person, she's the one, he's the one. But yet we are not with that person right now, to this day. I'll wait, because I've said it plenty of times.
Yes, you have. Also, speaking of the one, out of 70-something, and even at one point in time, 130-something people, I know one of y'all got a tapper. We're trying to move these likes, y'all. Come on, it's too many people and not enough likes. We got to get the activity going. Y'all want to see the discussion? Got to move the likes, y'all. Activity matters. Engagement matters. So somebody, please. One of y'all put that tap on the screen. We talk about somebody's mama. Oh, you can share this bad boy out. You tap it. But we don't need to do that. So we need another lady on the panel to make it really complete.
We got another
lady.
Yeah, we need one more. Well, we got another lady on the panel. She just came in and she's on the bottom. Welcome in.
To make it 5 and 5. So it's 5 men, and we need one more woman to make it 5.
Hello, everyone. How you guys doing this morning?
We're doing fine. How are you this morning, sister? Thank you for joining.
Good morning.
I'm well. Thank you for having me.
Question this morning: becoming the one versus being the one. That is our thought process this morning.
So, what becoming a woman?
No, not becoming a woman. Becoming the one versus being the one.
Like the one love of someone's life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take some time to ponder on that.
Okay. Take your time. We ain't going nowhere. I appreciate I respect that. Rain, what say you, sister? Because I know you got something. Good morning, Ms. Beck.
Good morning.
Don't try to sit in the corner and be all quiet.
Good morning. I'll say that if you're trying to become somebody for someone, you're insecure and unhealed. And that's just the bottom line. If you don't know who you are and you're constantly trying to win someone over to keep them, it's those two. And also, you're most likely with somebody who doesn't want you. If you're trying to fit into all the qualities that they need, and that's not who you are to the core. I think that it's healthy in a relationship to naturally adapt to your partner. Like you spend time with them, you're introduced to new ideas, new habits, new perspectives. That's healthy. And I don't mind adapting to my partner in those ways. But if I'm constantly trying to change who I am to the core to make them happy, he doesn't want you. And I think healing needs to take place a lot.
So a lot of times, here's one of the questions. Am I someone who chooses me? Am I someone who chooses me? Do you choose yourself? Would you turn around if you seen yourself, if you stepped outside of who you are? And this is a real question. Somebody got some noise in the background. Okay. If you can step outside of yourself and actually look at yourself, would you be like, you know what? I choose myself. I like what I see. I like the person that I see.
I feel like for that question, I would say absolutely. And only because it's so hard to choose yourself sometimes. And I feel like people don't realize how hard it is to wake up every day and be like, I'm going to choose me, and I'm also going to choose whoever I'm in love with or want to be with. But in order to choose you, you have to be the healthiest for yourself to be anything to anybody else. You can't do nothing for anybody else. You can't serve nobody else. You can't even be nothing to yourself if you don't put you first. So you gotta choose you. You gotta choose your mental. You gotta choose your lifestyle. You gotta choose what you want to do. And sometimes people be like, well, I don't have no choice, but it's a choice in everything that we do and everything that we become. So you have to choose yourself. And sometimes it's hard. Like sometimes people be wanting to give up, just not want to get out of bed. Simple. Not want to do your daily routines. Like it's that easy to just be like, man, forget it. You get what I'm saying? And fall out the routine. But at the end of the day, you just got to wake up and choose yourself. Is this the life you want? What are you working towards? What do you want to do? And you just got to choose it and choose yourself. That's what I consider choosing yourself.
Respectfully, I think that when I hear people say the healthiest version of myself, right? Here's the thing. Think about it like this. If I'm the healthiest version of myself, why am I still working on myself?
Exactly.
So that's why people say, I choose me. I'm the healthiest version of me. But are you really the healthiest version of you? Because last I checked, I'm still working on me. So there's nothing healthy about me still working on myself.
No.
And what is the best version of me? If I don't even, if what is the best version of yourself? If you don't even know what the best version of you look like, if you're still trying to work on being better.
Yeah,
social media talking points. Just social media talking points.
One thing I will say is, and I'm not an expert at this, but Dr. Amy just said you should always be growing. That's true. But a good exercise is when your mouth is shut, your mind tends to run. And what kind of peace do you have when you're by yourself? When you have phone, you have social media, you have friends, you have a man to entertain you, you don't have that time to spend with yourself. So are you someone that can be chosen? Well, be alone and maybe put the phone away for a few days and let's see what's going on in your mind. And that will tell you where you stand. And no one in this lifetime besides God will spend more time in your mind and in your heart than you will. So we deserve to invest that time into ourselves. And then after we spend that time, maybe we can start thinking about, can I entertain somebody else in my life, right? Because you can never be peace for someone when you don't have peace in your own mind.
But you know what I've learned also too? I've also learned that an idle mind is a devil's playground. If your mind is idle and you're alone and you're sitting in some of these thoughts, sometimes your thoughts can get the best of you. And guess what? Now you are trapped in your own mind, because now you're fighting. You're basically fighting two things. You're trying to fight a demon, and then you're also trying to, God, come in here, because I can't think by myself. I need you in my head, because if I'm sitting here thinking like this, guess what? My mind is idle, and I get that from my wife. That was something she taught me. I never knew that. She said an idle mind is a devil's playground.
Yeah, it's a balance, though. I think a balance between the two, with taking that time with yourself, by yourself, and examining thoughts, desires, all of those things, your past, your present, where you want to go. You spend time reflecting on those things. I'll say it that way, reflecting. However, there are times when, for those of us who are believers, we know the enemy will come in your mind first to distract you. The enemy will attack your mind and start and have you thinking that all your reflection and the things that you're working on either isn't real, can't be true, won't happen, all of those things. And so you form healthy relationships, friendships with people that can help balance that out for you. But I want to go back to the question, Velvet, that you asked about. Would you be with yourself? Would you date yourself? Would you choose you?
Yeah, someone who chooses me.
Would you choose? My answer for that 25 years ago, no, absolutely not. And I can look back now and see why some of the relationships happened the way that they did. Some guys were just awful because I was the nice girl. I was the cool girl. I was the, and I was the girl that is naturally nurturing and giving and all of those things. And I was not, unfortunately, I wasn't really taught how to balance that with people that could take advantage of it. And so in my attempt to have love and to be accepted, I was doing too much. I was over the top. I was too much. And I can see that now. I didn't realize it then. But now when I look back, I'm like, no, I think, maybe I would have been a little bit too much for some of the people that I know I encountered that were good guys, that were kind of just slow paced. They weren't, trying to move too fast. That didn't make sense to me. I didn't understand. Like, well, you see, I got all these qualities, and how come we can't, what's going on? Why can't we be in a committed relationship? Why can't we do this? Why can't we do that? I didn't understand it, but I understand now. So now the person that I am now, even though it takes work for me to step back and not just jump, both feet in because of my personality, because that's just who I am, a nurturer, a giver. I think I'm in a better place now that, yes, now I would choose me, but then absolutely not.
You know what? I'm glad you said that, because I'm going to be real. I think a lot of people would say they choose themselves now. But even if you still choose yourself now, you're still going to be critiquing yourself. And besides, I don't want to be with somebody like me, because then they're going to be, it's too much. I'm going to be in competition. I'm be competing with myself. Why do I want to compete with me? I don't want to be with. I don't choose me. I can't choose me, because if I'm choosing me, guess what? I already know what I'm getting into, and it's not going to be a healthy relationship. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be worse than what it is. Sometimes you're better off by yourself instead of choosing yourself, because when you choose yourself, you get real selfish with yourself, and you almost battling your own self. You be battling your own thoughts. And some people don't see it that way because they look at themselves like, oh, I'm a changed person. Yeah, you're a changed person. But when you look on the outside, see, you only looking at yourself because you know who you don't really know who you are, but you only see yourself. But when you can actually step outside and project outside of this body and truly look at yourself, you probably won't really choose yourself. You only say that because of who you are subconsciously. But outside of you, do the math. You walk around and you say, heck no, I ain't trying to date that dude. I ain't trying to date that woman. We won't. We will start seeing so many imperfections, so many mistakes, so many flaws within ourselves that we truly don't see in ourselves because we don't really examine ourselves 100%. So at the end of the day, we only do the math. We don't examine ourselves that much, but the person that we with, we examine the hell out of them.
Yeah,
that is the truth. But
Now that's
so
facts.
would you say that you would suggest choosing someone else rather than choosing yourself?
Excuse me, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
I said, would you say that you rather choose someone else versus just choosing yourself?
Of course, do the math. We choose someone else all the time. How many people date the same type of person that they are? Nobody. You know why? Because they know what they're getting into. At the end of the day, I'm dating the opposite of me. I'm not going to, listen, I've chosen women like me. And what did I get?
So what would you say about the saying, you know how people have that saying about like, you have to pour in your cup or don't pour into empty cups so you can be able to have a full cup so you can be able to pour into others.
Well, at the end of the day, I got to pour into someone. But at the same token, if you guys are pouring into, my thing is this. If people will learn to stop pouring into other people's cup and have one cup and you both pouring into it, it'll be better because that's equally balanced. You see what I'm saying? That creates an equal balance if we're both pouring into one cup instead of me pouring into yours and you're pouring into mine, because all we're doing is pouring the same mess back and forth.
Right. I'll say this to the question. It runs kind of like those lines of a question I was asked a while back where women were asking men, would you want your daughter to date a man like you? No. No, why? Because I understand there's somebody smarter, taller, speaks more fluently, well verbaged, better educated, and two, she has a daddy. No, she don't need to marry her daddy. She has that. So if she needs to marry a man that she can have an experience, enjoy life with, and then vice versa. Would I date myself? Hell no. I'm Velvet beat me to it. But when I think about it, I'm a pretty solid dude, right? I don't need.
Who's out there crashing cars?
I don't know, my man.
Oh, I thought that.
I don't need a lot of validation from other places. And the thing about it is, what I do need is balance, right? I got enough within me to sustain me, but there's more that we've learned through this life is we always want what we want until we actually come across what we need.
Say it again, sir. Say it again.
We always want what we want until we come across what we need. I told these brothers the other day, Velvet, what did I say? What did I say, Velvet?
I forgot.
I said I didn't know I needed you brothers.
That part, which is true.
Right.
And what I say to that, D Awesome, is I say it this way: we always recognize what we want, but when we're praying and when we're seeking God, we want to grow, to learn, to want what we need and not just what we want. So that's another way of saying what you said: want what we need, but not just want what we want.
But that's the problem. See, the problem is, I think a lot of people are praying wrong. Their prayers are wrong. Their prayers are wrong. You're praying wrong. So if you're praying wrong, guess what? Maybe you need to train yourself correctly to pray right. Yes, we're going to use the word train. You need to train or get trained on how to pray. Now, can't nobody teach you how to pray because the prayer, look, here it is. Did God not give you the perfect prayer? Everything else, you just adding on to what he already gave you. Our Father who art in heaven. He trained you, gave it to you. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, and forgive those who trespass against us. For lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever. Amen. That's all you need. He gave you everything in that one prayer. But what we do, Lord, you know, if you do this for me, and if you add that, that's just extra.
If all the flowers in the grass of the lamb that I'm going to consume, Jesus, I bless with the people that you put me in a path. Just put a little extra Tony Satcheries on the grass.
Well, and to start off, you know, when we backtrack, when we take a few steps back, like you said, Velvet, that everything is what we need is in that prayer. If your prayer is simply, "Thy will be done," God, your will be done. That, leave it there. Your will be done, and then God is going to show you what His will is. He's going to direct your path. He's going to show you the things that will add to you, the things that will take away from you. If we just simply pray, your will be done.
That's it.
But the truth of that is that we don't want God's will.
Come on, brother. Come, say that. Wait, Top. Say that again. Say that again.
There's that.
We don't. We don't want God's will because to the topic of talking about being the one and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I said in the beginning. If you focus on who you're supposed to be in this life, the world is waiting for you to show up to be what you're supposed to be in this life. They need that. There are women, people that need that. Like Dee said, he needed this men's group. He needed that. You can't do that if you cosplay and being something else. And so when we talk about God, like I ask people, even when people come to me about stuff, relationship stuff, whatever, is God in your preference? His preference means so much to you. God's not in your preference. God's not in your vetting. God's in how you see women or men. God's not there neither. Get up out of here talking about God then. You want the world standards. You want what the world has. So you can't mix God into that. And the truth of the matter is that our selfishness gets in the way. Because if we were doing what God wanted us to do and evaluating the women and men that God wants us to have to further His glory for what He has, He wants to manifest in your life, I bet you wouldn't look like you're chasing.
You better talk about it. You better listen. And that's that thing, being the one, becoming the one. Listen, so many people are trying to become something, but how you gonna pray? How you gonna turn around and pray to God for something? But then you trying to become the opposite of what you praying for.
Pray to God for something and pray to God for something and know damn well that ain't even what He wants you to have.
You better act.
That's the whole picture of you having a little bear behind your back that you don't want to give him, and he got a bigger bear waiting for you, but you just don't want to get in alignment.
Well, let me mess you up with this one. The scripture says, you know, people quote the scripture that says, ask anything in my name and it will be given to you. But they forget the part where it says, according to His will. You don't just ask anything and God's going to give you anything. Now, if you keep bugging God and you don't really want to know the truth of what it is that He has for you, then some things He's just going to allow to happen and you're going to have to learn the hard way. You're going to be on that 40-year journey in the wilderness, you know, roaming around, not knowing what to do because you want it your way. We want our way. And that's how we are in our flesh, in our humanness. And it's not that we ain't going to fall at times, because we will, but we got to remember, especially when we teach and preach that scripture, it's not. But that's whatever we ask. It is according to His will. So are you asking, okay, God, what is your will? And then give me that. No, we ain't saying that.
No, because
say this, and I'm gonna give it to Bunny. I'm gonna say it 3 times, and this is something I live by. God is good. God is amazing. But most importantly, God is God. God is good. God is amazing. Most importantly, God is God. Time. God is good. God is amazing. But most importantly,
God is God.
All right. So when we got that understanding that God is God, we talked about being comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Right.
God's gonna make God-like decisions
Right.
on your behalf. Top just hit y'all over the head with God being God. I ain't got nothing else to say.
No, it's the thing. First of all, what's up, Ford? Good morning, my brother. Thank you for joining us.
Salutations, good sir. Blessings to this panel.
So what we talking about this morning is becoming the one versus being the one.
That's heavy.
A lot of us don't know. The funny part is we always think that we are the one. I'm the one. I'm the one. But the thing is, do I have to become the one for the person, or am I automatically that person? See, we have this thing with us that I realize when it comes to men and women, that we always say we have that one thing when we find somebody that's ultimately attractive. Number one, what's up, Stopper? We find a person that is ultimately attractive and we like, wow, she's the one. This is my person. But we don't even know if that person is truly our person. Because if you're my person, right? I'm just going to say this. If that's your person, why do you choose to argue with the person that you claim that you're with? Why do you choose to always get upset and get frustrated if that's your person? Why do you feel that if this is my person, that things still ain't right, that you are still questioning you? You are questioning your relationship. When things get bad, if this is my person, guess what? I should be able to stick with this person through thick and thin. This is my person. This is the one that God has blessed me with. Oh, and that's another thing people got to stop using. Stop putting God in everything. Stop putting God in everything. Stop putting God in everything, especially in your fake relationships. This is the one that God has brought. Oh, God sent me my man. God sent me my woman. Stop blaming him for your nonsense.
And it be toxic as all get out.
It's worse than toxic. It's worse than even being toxic. It's the saddest part is you know that this person is not for you. You know that that's not even your person, but yet you still want to stick around. Then you marry the person, and guess what? Now you're stuck 15, 20 years with being with somebody that you ain't even want to be with. You getting mad at every little thing. You know, listen, let me explain something to y'all real quick. You know when you don't want to be with somebody when you're getting frustrated just by them calling your doggone name. Just because they called you and asked you to do you one small favor, you getting a whole hissy. Oh my God, can't believe. You can't believe what?
Getting anxiety when you see their name pop up.
Come on, bro. You better talk about it. Listen, you ain't lying. You at work.
You can ignore them because now with technology, they can see everything.
It's the saddest part about it is this. You be at work and she texts you as a man, or you out doing something with your girls and your man texts you, and all of a sudden you getting a, and what make it worse is when you got your rotten ass girl, excuse my language, I'm sorry, when you got your rotten to the core ass friends with you, why he texting you? What? First of all, let me explain something to you. If you are in a relationship and your man texts you and you with your girlfriend, you better text him back or call him back or pick up that damn phone. Don't let your girlfriends distract you because they're not the ones. You became the one for that man, but they're not the one for you. And guess what you did? You chose to listen to your girl. Girl, you're right. I don't know why your man calling you. You know he with us. So what? So what? Bottom line, if I'm on a guy's trip with the fellas, if I'm with Donovan, if I'm with Awesome, I'm with Stopper and Ford, and we out doing us, and my wife called me, you damn real, brothers, give me a second. I got to go answer this phone.
Can you stay right there for a second, Velvet? Because I think that in relationships, that is one of the most toxic things that we tell our friends. Is girl, this is girl time. Didn't you tell him that you was gonna be out and kicking it? Why, this is our time. You with him all the time. That is so dysfunctional and toxic. It is ridiculous. Like, why would you not still be why would you not be attentive no matter where you are, who you with, or what you're doing to your person? Why would you not be attentive to that? That's crazy to me.
Your real friends is gonna tell you, hey, did you check in with your girl?
But
Right.
but listen, you know what?
Last
But
time you talk to your girl, you better go check in on that.
but no, but Top, they only do that when they want to get rid of you. You called your woman. Because a lot of us, let's be real, a lot of us dudes don't really care if they call a woman or not, because we want them out in your boy is where I'm from. Let me rephrase it. I can't speak for every man. Where I'm from, right? My dudes, they will not be like, yo, you call your woman, yo, where we going next? Where we going next? Hold on, player. I gotta get on the phone. Yo, man, you can call her later, man. First of all, don't ever tell me what I can do when it comes to me and mine. Bottom line. And I think that's one of the major problems that we have is when we allow people to dictate what's going on in our relationships. But guess what? I became the one for this woman is the reason why I'm doing this. Me trying to become the one, which means I'm trying to do something that I'm not. If you already became the one, I'm the one for her. Guess what? I'm going to do everything that I can to stay that one. Period. But if I'm becoming something, guess what? If I want to become the one for the woman, guess what? I got to put the work in. And I mean, I got to put the work in on me because I got to make sure that I'm right for this woman. And vice versa. Some of y'all women want to become the one for the man. Y'all got to put that work in for that man. You can't just go by your beauty because beauty's only skin deep and it don't last and it fades. Just like old jeans. Come on, Ford. I see your hand. What's up, brother? Welcome in.
What's good? Sounds like an interesting conversation. I walked in a little bit late, but just jumping in, so please forgive me if I repeat something that somebody else has said. But when I think about being the one and becoming the one, I think it's a dual citizenship type of thing. I think it's both. I think when you consider, and remember, I don't know the full context of what we're discussing fully, so I'm just coming in and shooting at it. But if I think about Jesus was the one, but he also had to become the one as well. So both were existing at the same time. And in Matthew, it talks about how Jesus submitted unto his parents, and then it says he grew in stature and in favor and wisdom with man and God. So as it relates to relationships, I think we have to believe we are the one while simultaneously become the one. We work on our spirit, we work on our financial, we work on our physical, we work on our mental, so that when we meet that person, we have the discernment to tell who God has placed before us, and we can choose wisely.
Yes.
I'll land there.
Sister Amy, come on, because you've been.
No, from the perspective for a great share and honor to you, Mr. Velvet, and to all the panelists listening lounge. Hello and good morning. Ford really nailed it in my perspective and how I would have thought about it, because becoming the one or being the one is more about identity, while becoming the one is more about development. And so when you are the one, when you know the one, you understand your worth, you understand your value, understand your identity in Christ. But then when you're becoming the one, those are your emotional, your spiritual, your practical capacities. And I understand what you're saying from the capacity of the relationship side, but I was just thinking of it just at an elevated state. Like, no, you could be both. Like, I could be the one while still becoming a better version of that same one. Because you guys you're growing. So what you probably wanted at 40 is not what you want at 45, if that makes sense.
No, it's the truth. We have the thing, which is what I love about what we are as humans. We have the consistency, the positive energy to change our minds and change our thoughts on a regular basis. As years progress, the type of woman I wanted then is not the woman I want now. But some of us are still stuck in this the type of woman I still want. Because there have been years and years and years of trying to pour into something that they shouldn't be pouring into. And they forget who they are, and we lose ourselves chasing after someone who never wanted us in the first place. That's the problem, trying to become the one. I'm trying to become the one for this woman. Man, how many times we heard brothers, man, I've been chasing this woman for years and I finally got her. You know why you finally got her? Because she got tired of you chasing number one, and she got tired of dealing with all them other dudes. And now she sees some sort of value where she's ready to settle. She already had her fun with everybody else. She done did it. She done did everything she wanted to do. Now you're just a dude. You know what? Let me just give him a chance now. Because hey, what do I got to lose?
Yeah. And I talked about that yesterday with one of my friends on the phone, and we talked about how I sent him a video and I was simply saying that the man was saying, when you get old enough and you've had all the bad chicks and you've had all the smecks you could, he said, at some point you start choosing people that really like you. He said, because you'll stop wasting time, you'll stop wasting resources, and you'll build a lot faster when you got somebody that already like you, instead of trying to convince people to like you, trying to pay for them to like you, trying to do things so they'll like you, take them on trips so they'll like you, buy them things so they'll like you. No, he said, you get to a place of maturity where I want people that really like me.
What's up, 62? I know you've been waiting patiently. Come on, brother.
I'm quiet, man. Simple words. It's either validation or vindication. That's all it boils down to.
Well, that was
everybody is hitting on settle. And there's not a point in life I don't realize that you haven't settled.
Listen, we settled. Damn. Why you got this? What you doing?
But you confess.
Did you come here to tell all this good truth?
I didn't mean to be light skinned on your panel. Let me pull my hat down some.
But the truth is, we confess something before we even test it. I'm a good man. How do you know that? You ain't been tested. I'm this and I'm that. You ain't been tested. You don't find out till the test comes who you are. That old-fashioned name it and claim it, yeah, okay, that works somewhere else. But the test is coming. Because we say, this is who I am. You hear me? Who knows? You're saying who you are, but no one has touched you. I'm honest. Well, let's see how honest you are. Let's put you in a test where you have to be honest, where you have to tell the truth, where you have to tell somebody no, where you have to break somebody's heart. That's when you find out really who you are. When you get some pain and you give out some pain, you're going to find out who you are.
But 62 though, right? We always hear a lot of men and women saying, I'm a good man, I'm a good woman. But I question that. I question that 100%. How can the only way I know I'm a good man is if I've been told that I'm a good man, right? And if someone had told me that I'm a good man, then guess what? I'm going to choose that person to stay with because you see the goodness in me. Because what kills me is this. When I hear, yo, she's too good for me. First of all, ain't nobody too good for me. That's first and foremost. You got me twisted. I'm a different type of Aries. And you can't turn around. I've never said, oh, she's too good for me. Heck no. How dare me belittle myself that way?
Well, let's change it from there. They say you're a good, she said, oh, he's a good man. She's benefiting from you. You're doing right, you're good to her. Because she's got the benefit. We want something, we want results. Nobody goes into life not wanting a result.
But let me say this real quick, Crystal. It's not about somebody validating you, because you can't validate yourself without proof. Because the only person that you have proof is to yourself. I'm a good man, but I'm only proving it to me. See, if I'm with a woman and she sees the goodness in me, that's not validation. That's just her understanding she has a good man. Now, if she tells me that, then I accept it because she sees something. The same way us men, when we got a woman and we notice it, baby, you a good woman. I appreciate you. See, that's letting her know that she's a good woman. How we appreciate her, how we treat her, the way that we talk, all certain things validate that this woman to be a good woman. So when we lose her, because this is the reason why I say this, when you lose a good man, it feels different. See, when you lose somebody that's trash, somebody that has been, you don't care about that fit. You can move on easily. But when it's somebody that you truly loved and you realize, dang, you start to realize the realization hits you when you're with somebody different. And you notice that you're not getting treated the way that the other person was treating you because you didn't accept them for the goodness that they had. You just took them as face value. So now all of a sudden you are hurt and you feeling some type of way. Y'all can't believe. Why you think sometimes you want to double back? Why you think sometimes some of these brothers want to get back to the women that they left? Because she was a good woman. And they didn't realize it until they got with somebody that was dirt trash, that treated them like crap. And then, oh, this woman taking advantage of me. But the last woman I was with, man, she treated me like a king. She did X, Y, and Z. Sometimes we don't even realize the person that we have until they go.
And doesn't that go back, Velvet, to what we were talking about wanting what we need? Because that person who sees good in you and can see you, see who you are, see your heart, see beyond your flaws, your faults, see you as a man, as a good man. But there are so many men who know that a woman is good and knows that she sees that and experiences the appreciation that she has for him, but still wants at that time in their life, like you said, sometimes it don't happen till you lose them, but they still want the other. And it's like, and for some women, you know, because there's stages in life and some of us grow at a different pace and all that. So what would you say to the woman who has experienced a man like that, where she sees the good in him, she speaks into his life, she, you know, does all those things, but then he still chooses the other?
Stop pouring. I'm gonna give you the advice right now. Stop pouring into that man. Leave that man alone. Because at the end of the day, all you're doing is all you're trying to do. Here's the thing, right? I got you, D. Here's the thing that I see right now with that whole situation. We can be a good person, right? But get with someone bad to try to make them better. It's not my job. That's the problem. Some good people, and there are some good women, get with these bad boys to try to make them a good man. I'm a turner. You're not going to turn them.
Right. Nope.
And just like some of these men, they get with these, you know, I'm a good man, and they get with these women and try to make them be something that they not. No, these women are not going to represent you, bro. She's going to continue to be the same woman that she is. And that dude is going to be the same man that he's going to be, unless he sees the goodness in himself, where guess what? I have a good woman. I see what I qualify to be with this woman. So let me make these changes for this woman. Because if I can't be the same bad boy with a good woman and not want to make changes because I don't see myself. See, that's when a person
potential and realized potential.
No, I don't care about potential. Potential's trash to me. Everybody got potential to be nothing.
I'm saying exactly what you're saying. So you're saying until they see it in themselves. So you may have the potential in you, like the woman can see it in you, but until you see it for yourself,
it's not potential. Here's the thing: it's already in us. We just choose not to bring it out. Everything is already. Oh, listen, everything is embedded in us. All of this stuff is embedded in us, but people just pretend to be something that they're not. I'm a bad boy. You ain't no real bad boy, because I've seen some real bad dudes. Right. And even they not really bad dudes. Everybody makes a sound choice to be something that they want to become. If I want to be the most nicest guy in the world, I can switch up and be the most nicest Velvet Jones 2.0 that you ever met. And be like, wow, Velvet is so different. He changed. I never changed. It was already in me. I just brought it out. These are things that people understand. Everything is already embedded in us from birth. We just got to bring it out. And sometimes we don't want to bring it out because we don't want to be looked at as this certain type of individual. So guess what? I'm going to be this way. So for a man to say that I can't never change for a woman, you a lie. You a lie. You a whole lie.
To the point that my brother loaded up the bases to answer your question and make this bring us down, be the thing to close out this ninth inning. That woman needs to realize one or two things. Either she's got some bomb sex, or he just can't get it from the one he really wants. So all of this potential stuff, we can show it got nothing to do with that. It's got nothing to do with it.
Or saying,
I feel you.
With Stevie Wonder looking for red flags.
You know, you said something earlier. You know, you said that was really good to me. You said you don't know what you got till it's gone. And the way our lives are, we don't have a perfect road. I'm a driver right now. I'm on the road. I just came through some traffic. It was unexpected. Our experiences is what teaches us. A lot of times men have arrested development, so they get stuck in a particular place and they no longer grow. They age, but they're not growing. And so I think our experiences teaches us to evolve. So now I lost something and I learned from that experience. Man, this was a good woman because, like you said, I didn't know what I had until it was gone. So that teaches my future to be a steward over what's in my possession. And this is why I'm careful about allowing access to particular people, because I understand the weight and the responsibility as a man that I have because of my evolution, because of my experiences, because I lost something good before. I don't want that feeling again. And this is how we grow and develop. And I think a lot of us have to take accountability and start being responsible for our own development and understand what we hold in our hands so we can reach our bottom line and the purposes that God has for us.
You know what?
Real quick, brother, before you go.
I wanted to say something too.
Hold on. My break. Beautiful job, panel. Keep cooking. You're bringing a lot of light. Thank you, Dr. Amy, for coming on camera so people can see your amazing, graceful, classy, couth face today. Tap the screen, which is you've been doing, but not like you should have been doing, because we should have been well over 100K. There's 168 people in here. We got 227. So now it's not only just one of you who have a tapper. It's about 5 of y'all that have tappers. Go ahead and put that bad boy on your mobile telecommunicational devices and make that work. Also, repost and add to story is the quickest thing you can do for us to share. You know, your friends of a friends are going to see your story before they actually get that DM. So go ahead and hit that repost on the share, and then also hit that share button again and hit add to story. All right, grab your daily heartbeat if you haven't done so. All right, thank y'all so much for doing that. Now, Tracy, dear Tracy, this is not the space for you. God bless you and be well on your journey. All right, have a nice and wonderful day on purpose.
You know, we keep the negativity, but it's okay. That's why we keep doing what we're doing. I will say this though. And I'm gonna go to Miss Purple because I welcome in Miss Purple. How you doing, sister? I know it's been a minute. I do want to say this. When I hear somebody say women mature faster than men, I'm gonna call cap. I don't understand why they say women mature faster than men, but yet you do some of the things that you're doing, the choices that you make. So you make a lot of immature choices if you say that you're mature faster than men. Oops, did I say that? Yes, I did. Do I believe it? 100%. How can we sit here and say a woman matures faster than a man, but look at the poor choices that you make when it comes to men? So where's your maturity when you're laying on your backside at 15 and 16 having a baby? Was that maturity, or was that called being irresponsible? Where's the maturity when you allow certain men to just run up in you, but you're a mature woman? But you make poor choices when you choose these type of men to lay down with because of what? Because of what he looks good, his caliber, all the things that he has. But that's maturity. And you can't say men are irresponsible. Once again, I'm going to give you a scenario, and you tell me who's the irresponsible one in this whole scenario right now, since I want to go there. Now, here it is, and this is all hypothetical, but just hear me out. Here it is. I'm telling you, hey, what's up, baby? How you doing? You want to have smacks? Yeah, we can have smacks. Well, let me tell you this. I don't like wearing condoms. I don't like the way condoms feel on my body. I don't like to wear them. But if you still want to get down, you with it? You say, yeah. Who's the gatekeeper number one? I'm not. I already told you I'm irresponsible because I don't like wearing condoms. That's me. That's me holding myself accountable, telling you as a man what I don't like to do. But you as a woman still chose to lay down with this man. So who's at fault? Am I at fault for telling you what I don't like to do? But yet you still willing to give me what I want? And then when I get what I want, guess what? Now you're pregnant and I choose not to take care of the child. Am I wrong? Who's wrong in that situation? Who should be held accountable? Why is it both parties?
He having sex without a condom. He know that you could get somebody pregnant, and she know that she don't want to have a baby, and she having sex without a condom.
We're not doing that, sister. We're not gonna do that. That woman is the gatekeeper. At the end of the day, if you know that man didn't want to wear condoms, why didn't you say no? Your body, your choice, right? Your body, your choice, right? Your body, your choice, correct? Come on, stop playing. Because if it's okay, here's the thing. Now, being that you said that, right? Don't open the box with me because I like to walk through these boxes. I'm gonna tell you the reason why it's wrong for you to tell me that. Because here's the thing: if you get pregnant and I choose not to take care of that, if you get pregnant, right, and I tell you I don't want you to have the baby, I can't control what's coming out of you. Can I not? Do I have the right to tell you as a woman to go AB that baby because I don't want it?
No, but you have a right as a man to wear a condom.
That's not the question I asked you. See how you tap danced around that? You see how you tap danced around that? Let's try that again. You said that you're not the one that's my body, right? So as a man, if I'm telling you as a woman, I don't want you to have this baby. I need you to get an AB. Are you going to go and get an AB, or are you going to keep that baby?
I know. Me personally, I'm not making decisions like that because me and this person have to be in a committed relationship.
Come on, that's not what I'm at. That's not that. See, it's not a sister. I'm going beyond that. See, what I'm saying is this: you lay down with somebody, right? And a lot of y'all lay down with men that you're not even in committed relationships with, but you're giving them the box without wearing condoms. So should it really matter? Like you're gonna walk down this road with me, sister. You got to be 100% accurate.
I'm gonna be on.
Because what I'm telling you right now is 100% accurate. I'm not picking. I'm getting.
Yeah, I'm actually pick a side.
All right, no, here we go.
Yeah,
You're in your car, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And you're doing the speed limit. The speed limit is 45 miles an hour. But there's a sign that says sinkhole 5 miles ahead.
Mm-hmm.
There's a sign that says sinkhole 3 miles ahead.
Mm-hmm.
There's a sign that says sinkhole 1 mile ahead. How many times you been warned?
You've been warned about 3 or 4 times.
In your own vehicle, correct?
In my own vehicle.
I got to
Which
stop
you
him.
pay insurance for, right?
Correct.
Which you also maintain, correct?
Correct.
Which you also put gas in, correct?
Now this is the way.
Don't tap dance. Don't tap.
This is the way that you should ask that question because it's not because this is only putting a hand. This is like basically saying like it's women. It's like men. It goes back to that thing where men like forget that they play a valuable part in all of this.
Who is
We're all playing a part. So a man playing a part and a woman is playing a part. So I'm not gonna sit here and sit on this. I'm not gonna sit on this panel and be like, "Hey guys, it's only like a woman can get an abortion. Don't get me wrong. And if she's sleeping with multiple different men, getting pregnant by multiple different men, that's something that she got to deal with.
That's not the scenario, sister.
You feel like that a man wouldn't be. You feel like that a man wouldn't be wrong if he had intercourse with a woman after he told her he doesn't want to use a condom, and if she get pregnant, then she will have to get the abortion, and it would fall all solely on her. I get exactly what you guys are saying.
You're not. No.
But this is the thing. And that is why we as women, we
gotta protect our. Yeah.
No, I'm not going there with you. I don't agree with you at all.
Okay,
I'm just telling you that is so toxic and dysfunctional to have that type of mentality. And I'm not saying you, I'm saying for any woman that has that mentality. That's crazy because to put yourself or any woman to put themselves in a position where 2 people have a choice to protect themselves and 2 people have a choice to understand fully what can happen if you engage in consensual relations. You agree to do this, but you both know there ain't no protection involved. A woman cannot say that if she decides to do it and then he goes along with it, you can't say, "Oh well, you could have protected yourself. You need to take care of this baby." No.
I'm not saying that. When it comes to the baby situation, as far as like,
you can't pick and choose, sis. You can't pick and choose.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I just said. You can't pick and choose when it comes down to the baby situation because me personally, I don't believe in abortion. But if a person's gonna kick a baby against a man's will, she do have to raise that baby by herself. That part, I agree with that part. But what I say when it comes down to men not taking accountability and being like, "Oh well, y'all both was in that place having
That's not the that's, sister. You didn't catch what I just and I hear what you're saying, right? It sounds good. It's a good argument.
It sounds, yeah.
But it has no stamp. The moment, and it's for all you women, get this and hear me clearly. The moment a man tells you, I do not like wearing condoms, he is irresponsible. Period. There is no ifs, ands, and buts about that. He already told you from the door, I do not like wearing condoms. Irresponsible dude. Everything falls on you now. The choice is yours. Am I going to still give this man some, or am I going to walk away from this man because I know the consequences of what's going to happen? Not what he knows, because he already knows. That's the reason why he chose not to wear one. It is you as the woman, your sole responsibility.
I thought we were talking with the perspective that they've gone through with it. This is a situation that two people have done, and they've gone through with it. I'm not aware of the fact that we're talking about me being in that position, because I can't say that I've been in that position where a man's going to tell me that he's about to stick it in me raw, and I have concerns. I care about my health. I care about STDs. But if we're in a situation where we're putting, like, say if there's a young girl and a young boy, and we know how young girls think and we know how young boys think, like, I'm thinking realistically, we cannot keep putting the blame on women. Like, we have to.
Who's the sister? I'm not blaming you, but just ask yourself this question: who are the gatekeepers of sex, men or women?
Women.
So then that's it. So who? There's no blame. It's a responsibility. Period.
Right.
You are responsible for your own body, not me. At the end of the day, if I choose to lay down with, if it's my choice as a man to tell you what I'm not willing to do, you as the woman have every single right to be like, no, you're not the one for me. I don't want to give you none of this box because you're not trying to protect you or me. But if you decide to, guess what, play Russian roulette with your body, you're going to get what you're going to get. You got to handle it. And the moment something happens, you can't expect for him. But sister, hear me out. Hear me out. What I'm saying is this. He already took it. Listen, he took accountability the moment he told you what he doesn't do. That's him holding himself accountable. See, this is what some of y'all don't get. Oh, he's not holding himself accountable. He did. The moment the man said, I don't wear condoms, that's him holding himself accountable. Period. It may not seem like that, but that's his accountability. I don't wear them. So now what you want to do?
But women think that. So let me turn this. Let me flip this around, because the same goes for men and women. Like I tell my son, I have a son, and I told him, listen, you are responsible for your actions and what you do. And it's the same. Some women may be like, well, I don't want you to wear. I don't like how it feels with a condom. I don't want you to wear. Listen, you better strap it up. I don't care what the situation is. I don't care what she say. I don't care if she be like, I'm on the pill. I don't care. Your responsibility is to take care of you. And here are the consequences if you don't. That is on him. That has nothing to do with some girl and who he's dealing with. Because if something happens, I'm going to go to him and say, well, what was it was your decision. It was your choice. Here are the consequences. This is what you're going to have to deal with. This is what you're going to have to live with.
Hear me out. So what I'm saying is that how you just put it in that perspective, it goes like that on both ends.
Y'all got to stop with this. Listen, stop with this. Donovan said it best yesterday. Stop with this two-way street, because we're both going in opposite ways. That's number one. We're not going in the same direction. I love when Donovan says that. Stop talking about it goes both. Everything don't go both ways, ladies. I'm going to tell y'all right now. Everything does not hold weight. It goes both ways. No, it don't. No, it don't. But let me do this. Let me get to Miss Purple first, because I know she's been waiting. Respectfully, then I'm gonna get to stop her. Come on, Miss Purple. I know you've been waiting, sister. I don't want to be rude. Miss Purple, are you with me?
Is she there? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes. Don't be yelling at my phone either. Don't be.
First, hello to Deb and the other brother up there in the whole panel. And I know she's going to get offended, but no, you're responsible. The woman's responsible because, like he said, the gatekeeper. So if a man come and tell you that,
he's let you know where he stand already. So it's up to you to make the decision. So if your decision, if you deciding where, I'm still gonna give him some, then it's all on you because you ain't gave it up. I mean, you ain't gave it up. He ain't told you up front what that with that issue, with that. Because he tell me, he ain't strapping up. Ain't nothing happening. I'm not gonna, no, ain't nothing happening. It's a no, you ain't getting none of this. Simple as that. If he ain't strapping up because he letting you know, and he is being irresponsible right there. Because he letting you know up front, I'm not doing this. And so that's telling you right there, he's not going to be responsible when it comes down to if a child come involved and stuff like that. You can't look, you can't look and say, well, it's his side too. Yeah, both of y'all act on that, but he already was up front and told you what was up.
So the baby coming to it, like the woman's gonna have to take care of the baby, but that don't
Purple, I'll
change
bring
the
you back,
factors of the case that it's still two people that were being irresponsible, not just one. And sometimes I understand what you guys are saying, but and then again, I also understand how
Once
women
you say blood, you killed everything.
the difference in women that's out here. Like you got women that grew up sexually abused. You got women that sit here don't have no type of respect for their body. All that do take effects. That take everything. We can't look at it as black and white because it's not a black and white world.
It's very black and white.
We're not talking about that.
So let me
The
do this
deeper
real quick.
issue, the deeper issue.
Hold on, sister. Hold on. Let's go ahead.
So I want to get this real quick. So let's take the baby out of it. Let's take 6 out.
Okay.
Let's say me and you are becoming quite fond of one another. Right? Cordial behavior. I'm treating you with class, and you're representing me very well, and I'm wanting to take things to the next level. Right? And you're like, you know what? I like this. I like what we've been, doing. I'm interested in going there with you. And I say, before we go any further, I have to be upfront with you that this journey is not going to be easy. You're like, oh no, I'm here for it. I'm committed. And I say, okay, I'm glad. And I'm also need you to know that you're not going to be the only woman in my life.
You said this after?
No, I'm telling you.
Before?
Yeah.
Then it's a choice that I get to walk away. Of course. But this is what I'm speaking on. Ain't no fun. No, I'm not saying. This is my answer. No, this is my answer. But this is what I'm thinking of because I'm actually in a career in this, and we thinking of young. Because usually the women that make these type of mistakes are young women, and I'm going.
Ain't no young. We got adult women. We got 35, 40-year-old women making the same doggone mistakes, right? Making the same choices. I'm not even calling them mistakes. Making the same choices.
That's a question that we need to ask because at the end of the day, I'm going to speak on real life actions. And in real life actions, I'm never going to sit here and say that it's only going to be one person that's responsible for something like that. I'm never going to say that. Come on, sis.
You don't want to face reality. It's the truth. Listen.
This is the thing. This is the thing about integrity and accountability. Right? A three-legged table will stand.
Yeah.
But that's not how it was made. That's not how it's supposed to be made.
Right.
It's at 4 legs, right? Period. It will stand. It will do what you needed to do. But at some point in time, it will fail because it does not occupy the same thing that it's supposed to have, right?
Can't carry the same weight.
The same thing goes with accountability. If I take accountability for something, I don't need you to take accountability for something because I've already taken it. If you choose to do it or don't do it, it's on you. That's no longer your accountability is not my responsibility. At that point in time, I've exhausted and I have taken accountability for the situation. It is on you if you want to take it or not. It is not dependent on mine.
So it's definitely not dependent on somebody.
This is the problem. This is the problem. Is that people want to take accountability, and I say, well, I take accountability for this. And then you wait for them to take accountability. Well, that ain't fair. That's not taking accountability then.
Not at all.
That's taking partial of something else. If you laid down, you made a choice to lay down with that man, yes or no,
Correct.
period. Right? If he lay down with you and same thing, it was his choice. You take
Right.
accountability for it. The thing
Correct.
is, yes, you now have a responsibility. Responsibility and accountability are two different things.
Well,
Okay, but it falls
So
on-
wait, hold on.
That's my only argument.
Respectfully, let me create some order real quick. So let's reset the room. First of all, we had 282 people. I'm only at 83 likes. Come on, y'all. Do not let me. I'll turn the comments off. Y'all get to tapping. We didn't even get to 100K. We've been on it for almost an hour.
That's
Respectfully, y'all. We should have been past 100K.
Responsibility and accountability are two different things, right? You want responsibility and accountability to be taken by somebody else when it's not your responsibility for someone else to take accountability for that.
All I'm saying is that it's not fair to for y'all to be like,
fair, man. This is the thing. Fair is not in the
okay, forget fair. It's not right for you guys to put the blame all on the woman. It's just
Nobody's
not
putting
right.
the blame on the woman. No one's putting the blame on the woman. We're saying accountability is your responsibility. Yours, not mine.
It's whoever's involved. Responsibility, yes.
It is
So-
it is their choice.
Let me ask a question.
Hold on, let me do this because I know Stopper been waiting. I got Stopper. Come on, Stopper. I know you've been waiting, brother. Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity to speak on your panel, sir. I appreciate you.
It's the laugh.
I don't know where I want to go with this. I was taking notes.
How old are you? Before we get started, how old are you, dude?
He's my elder.
29.
How old are you? Did you say 29?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go again.
Sis?
You know what?
Here we go.
Drop me.
Here we go
Drop me.
again.
See, that's
This is the second one. Why every week we get one. Let's go. Stop and Let's go. Let's go. We get one every week. Then we just had one last week. Come on, let's go. Listen, they got to get this work. Come on, stop and give it to them.
I have to pivot. Okay, so I'll go with this one right here. When I was in my filth, can somebody mute up, please? I'm getting a lot of feedback. Nunu, I know you're getting ready to interrupt. You want to interrupt right now? Okay. I had 19 females I was having sex with before I met my ex-wife. This is not to boast. And I was telling each one as I met them, I'll tell them, hey, I'm messing around with X amount of women. I'm messing around with X amount of women. I told them it wasn't a manly thing to do. I was manipulating the situation that I'm being honest, I'm being transparent, I'm being forthcoming. But then they also chose to lay down with me. They knew that I was a piece of crap. They knew that I was trash. And I explained to them who I was. I've always led this life, like being transparent. I didn't give a damn about any of those women because I was still sleeping with them unprotected. And I was telling them about that. It behooves them to do something different. Just because I'm trash, I'm telling you I'm trash. But now you figure you could take out the trash by being in the trash. That's on you, friend. That's on you. You understand what I'm saying to you? So stop with the okie doke, all of the stuff that you're saying. I heard you speak completely. The devil is in the detail. The devil is in the detail. So I heard a lot of people talking about committed relationship. There is no such thing as a committed relationship. You are either smexing around situationship, or you are married.
I thought you was gonna say flipping and dipping. You know that shit. I was waiting to hear that. Now he changed. Look, he done changed the word now. Mister.
Y'all either flipping and dipping.
Thank you.
Licking and sucking.
Let's go.
Or you're married. There's no in between. Okay? Because this man who I'm becoming now, I am so comfortable in my skin. I don't give a damn what appeals to D or what doesn't appeal to no stigma. And Velvet and D, you know what? I respect those dudes. So I could give two crap I'll never go on anybody's panel and fake the funk, give fluff. That's what we do in this here culture. We want to sound so intelligent. We want to sound like, hey, you know what? We're about this, we're about that. But then we have a false sense of reality. That's what we do. Like this morning on my live before I got reported again, fellas. So I had to fight it. The devil keeps reporting me. We have a responsibility to ourselves to stop manipulating things because we think that we're in control of stuff. You cannot be the victim while you are the bully. You got to stop being victim to everything that happens to you when you are in fact the bully of what happened to you. Everybody wants to cry about, well, you know what? He did this. You were supposed to close your damn legs because you're supposed to be a virtuous woman. Now I see all these 40, 50, 60-year-old talking about they're Proverbs 31 woman. No, the hell you're not. You are not virtuous.
No,
you get flipped and dipped from you were 14 years old. That's not to say you can't change. And a lot of you are still flipping and dipping before you're married. And then you talk about you and God. You flipping and dipping while quote unquote engaged. But hey, he's gonna be my husband. But guess what? He's not your husband. You are still single. There's no such thing as committed relationship. That doesn't exist. Lord. Yes, the devil is in the detail.
He said what he said. And
the devil certainly is in the detail. And I've been saying that for decades. And you hear people speak long enough, you know what they are. People will tell you one thing this week, and the next week you find out the fluff that they tell. It's a whole bunch of phoniness that goes around here. There's a lot of people that use God's words to manipulate people into buying whatever the hell they selling. I see it all over the place. And you know the one consistent thing about me? I challenge anybody. Yeah, that is me being in my flesh boasting. I challenge any damn body to come to me to say that I'm full of fluff. I have had my ex-wives come on here. My mother is on here regularly, watching me. People who hold me accountable. These two cats up there, they watch me regularly. But we are here faking jacks, pretending to be this, that, and the third. Stop the crap. People see right through y'all. People see right through y'all. Like, who the hell are you trying to impress? Notice I said, I'm comfortable within my skin. I am comfortable, and that is a beautiful place to be. I was never comfortable within my skin. You know why I lead with my fluff? With my filth? Because I'm putting the devil to shame by telling the truth about myself. I didn't have to come on here and tell you I had 19 girlfriends at a time, that I was flipping and dipping before I met my ex-wife. And back to you, Velvet, the second I met that woman, I cut all of them off. Because I wanted to be a different man from that I was. To become the right man for her. Now, you could be a good person, but you're not the person for me.
And that's
and two things. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying that's the heaviest part. What you just said. You can be the right person, but not the right person for me. And that's the thing with what we're talking about becoming, or am I becoming the one, or I am the one? Becoming the one instead of being the one. A lot of times we don't know who it is that this is the reason why I said what I said with that whole scenario about a man holding themselves accountable. Regardless of the fact of however you look at it, the moment a man tells you something that he doesn't do, that's him holding himself accountable. Some of y'all women, and some of y'all women don't read between those lines. When he tells you this is what I don't do, this is what I'm not going to do. That's him holding himself accountable and telling you exactly who he is. But some of y'all get so blinded, or because he's so fine, or his thing is about this. Like it's so many different scenarios that y'all get caught up with that y'all forget about what he told you. And then you want to get mad at him for the choice that you made, but you made that decision. He told you everything, but you like, that's right. You was caught up in the lust. That's the reason why I tell you, the moment a man tells y'all women what he is not going to do, especially when it comes to a sexual act, you better recognize that and stop saying, well, you know, I'm playing Russian roulette with my body, because any woman. And well, real quick, let me say this too for some of you men. This is for some of you brothers. If a woman sit there and tells you you don't need protection, the moment you tell her, listen, I ain't got no protection, and she be like, it's okay, you don't need nothing, and you ain't running, there's something wrong with you, because in my mind, this is the first thing that comes to my head, and this is for me from the door. When I first even learned about women and what their bodies was like when at a young age, the first time the chick told me I ain't need no condom, I was like, excuse you? Oh no, not your boy. Because you know what came to my head? How many other men you told that they didn't need no condoms? So that tells me how you get down. Non-cypher. Me, my track shoes, we stepped off. We got to stop playing these games when people tell us something and we still thinking, well, I'm going to be all right. All I need is go get a penicillin shot. Hell no. No, we got to stop playing these games. And even at these big ages, you got some of these women right now, 40, 35, 40 and up, still doing the same thing as these young guys. You know, I ain't going to get pregnant. It ain't about getting pregnant. It's about what you're going to carry, what you can give me, what I can give you. How do we know that the people that we laying down was clean? And don't sit there and lie talking about, well, I make them go get tested. Please, a lot of y'all don't. People stopped doing the testing a long time ago. Let's call a spade a spade. Y'all need to stop playing. Talking about, oh, I protect myself. Half y'all don't even protect yourself. Half y'all don't even know when you're sitting there scratching. Don't even know why you're scratching your joint. When your ass is hurting and when you're sitting down, you even know why that. Stop playing. When you got little canker sores and your mouth is feeling certain and you ain't got, y'all better stop playing. Putting your lips on things that you shouldn't be putting your lips on. Going down there, licking on stuff that don't even smell right. But you as a man thinking, well, you know, I'm going to go down on shorty because that's what she want me to do. Hell to the no. Y'all playing with your physical. But guess what? You know why you're doing that? Because you're trying to become the one. Because if I'm the one, I don't need no. If you are the one for that woman, or you are the one for that man, there's no need for you to try to perform and do certain things. We are trying to please somebody's flesh. We are flesh pleasers. If I do this, she's going to want me. If I give her this, do this type of stroke, she gonna want me. If I go down on him and put this on him like this, he gonna want me, and that's all y'all have. Nothing else but a physical relationship, a physical marriage. But where's everything else inside of that? Where's the love?
They wanted transparency and not honesty.
Say what?
I thought they said they wanted transparency, not honesty.
Say that again.
They don't even know the difference between the two.
Okay, what y'all not gonna do? Y'all not gonna come up here and speak on this good truth today. You're not gonna get this.
I'm sorry.
Man, but that's that good gospel there.
I'm sorry. Because the transparency was up out the gate. It was present. The very thing that you requested, it was out the gate. What happened was, when you told me, Velvet, that this bottle it holds liquids, but inside this liquid that's inside is tonic. And what that tonic gonna do to you is gonna rearrange your molecular structure. Tell me, it's a nice bottle, but what's on the inside of this bottle? One sip, you're done. Okay? And I'll be like, but man, it's got that sunrise blend. The tonic, right? Yeah. It might not be that. Now I'm standing in front of Jesus, and he looking back at me, and I'm looking back at him. He looking back at me, and I'm looking back at him, and he says, "You damn fool."
See, the problem I have right now with this young society is that they have here's the thing. Some of these young girls, and I'm gonna go to you, Stigma, next, and then I'm gonna go to my brother AG. The problem I have with this youth, the young society, you young women, is the fact that you lack respect. Number one, I'm gonna keep it real. When I hear women talk about, yo, what's up, my nigga? That's like, yo, my nigga. Come on, talking to men as if you're a man. Some of y'all don't even know your position. Because why? Because you're trying to become something that you're not. Once again, becoming the one versus being the one. I can't stand how y'all talk. Like real, it's so disrespectful to hear a woman talk like, but then you don't like it when another man or if a man says something to you, but now you want to get in your feelings. But yet it's okay for you to try to speak in the authoritation of a man. You want to sound like us. You want to walk like us. You want to be like us. That word, I can't, it bothers me to my soul when I hear a woman. You could be as fine as all outdoors. But the moment you open your mouth and it's like a train wreck, it depletes all the beauty that you once had. You become the most ugliest thing in the world. Your mouth is what makes you ugly, not your appearance. It's what comes out of your mouth. And for real men that look at you, yo, shorty's unattractive. Oh, you ain't my type. No, you was never my type because you a whole train wreck. Look at how you talk to me. We talked about tone yesterday, but it's not even, it's more than tone for me. It's the way that you speak. I cannot be sitting with a bunch of a grown woman and you sitting there, yeah, like, yo, you know what I'm saying, my nigga? Like, nah, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, it's
But can I speak on that? That's more of a generational thing. You know
no,
what I'm
it's
saying?
more of
So,
it's
like,
no. I'm not blaming no generation. It's called ignorance.
yeah,
As a
it's
woman.
ignorance. Like I say, it's called ignorance. It's in a certain group of people with a certain, like, it doesn't fall on one gender. That's what I'm saying. But I get what you mean when you say that it's unattractive. But it doesn't fall on one gender.
Who is it falling on then? Because I just basically said there are women. I already know how men talk. But I'm talking about, and I'm gonna give you an age difference. From the age of 25 to 45, you got these same women walking around talking about, yo, my nigga. Like, get out of here. And then want to talk, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, please.
But you don't think that environment plays a part in that?
Had
Not
nothing.
necessarily,
Listen. Okay. Where I'm from, my environment, I'm from the South Bronx, right? Honestly, I don't really carry myself like that, like I'm from the South Bronx. I really don't. You know why? Because I've changed my environment. Now, just because they always say you can't take a person out the hood, you can take a person out the hood and change them. Me, I chose. Because guess what? I got tired of living that lifestyle. Now I can still talk and I can still walk and I can still be it if I want to, hands down. I could be America's nightmare if I really want to. But do I choose that? No. Why? For the better of me. It's about me being better for myself. We have to want to make changes. Instead of blaming the environment, let's change the environment. We can take our environment and make our environment better, but we choose not to. But then we want to get upset when others come into our environment and make changes, and then now we want to get what? Oh, I can't believe they done gentrified this whole neighborhood. Maybe it needs to be gentrified.
Right.
Maybe things need to change. But guess what? At the end of the day, I became the one instead of choosing to try to become something that I'm not. That's the biggest difference that we have to have. Come on, Stigma.
Come on, Stigma. Come on, sis.
Good morning to my family and those that I don't know. This is always a necessary conversation. But I want to be able to say a couple of things about it. Number one is we're talking about a generation that has had to navigate a lot of things without there being any mentorship. So we're asking them to identify with something they've never seen, because everything digital has raised them and given them their identity, including celebrities. So I just got through hearing this in a conversation in the U.S., which is the only place really, with maybe the exception of the UK, we have an idolatry problem, and we worship celebrities that are just human beings, just like we are, right? So if a young person, and I'm talking about young girls.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Hold on, brother, we got you. Have not been learned it from your sexy or things like that, right? Getting that being hyper smacking. Like a whole and what girls learn.
Okay, I'm about to say you breaking up some
being exploited by their mothers, who will Okay. Little babies are also being exploited by their mothers. They have their own social media pages, you know, from the time they can stand. They're in Pampers with mini-me outfits that were made to hyper-sexualize them, right? So we have all that stuff going on. But here's my thing about the younger generation that they don't know, and it never occurs to them. There's a reason why God waited to create the gift of Eve for Adam. It was because she was a gift, and she still is. Nothing has changed, right? The asset of a woman to a man is so huge that a lot of these girls miss it by saying that they have to be men because they don't understand the power of femininity. They just don't. So when we talk about a society that says if a man looks at a woman too long, he can be prosecuted for it in this nation, right? The woman has to understand that she is the gift and she holds the keys to everything. She holds the keys to gratification and procreation. You can't give an 8-year-old keys to a car because they have to be trained and understand the power of a vehicle. If you don't, they wreck the car, they possibly commit manslaughter, and there are consequences behind that. It's the same thing with these girls understanding the power of them being female. We can't expect them to get it, and nobody's ever taught them their value. And I love my brother Stopper because he is the example of what I tell men who lie all the time. If you just tell women the truth, they're going to give it to you anyway. You don't got to lie. At least you can stand on your integrity to say, I told 19 women, you're not the only one, but you know what the problem is? Because it is our nature to want to be chosen by men. Each one of those 19 women thought that her cat was going to be snapper cat enough to get him to say, I want you, babe. I'm going to choose you because yours is better than the next one. And he wasn't even on that kind of stuff.
Hold on real quick, sister.
I'm out here having a good time. That's what he said, and I'll land with that.
No, don't land. Because you still got to cook. I just got to do this. 390-some people, almost 430 people at one point in time. We're going to end up cutting the comments because 200K likes should have been reached long ago. We barely breaking 125. There's a lot of people. Only 189 shares. Like, hit the share button, repost. Hit the share button again. Add the story. You don't have to go through 40 people. There's enough people in here for 2 shares to equally go to 800 shares that quickly. Don't make things complicated for yourself, yo.
They lucky I don't know how to cut these comments. I was trying to figure out how to cut the comments off for real. Like, nah.
Out of 300, almost 400 people, I know y'all done went to the TikTok shop and bought the tapper. At least 4 of y'all did. That's all we asking. This man is giving you something every Monday. And he's mixing the panel both men and women. So even if you have an opportunity to come up, hey, come on up, contribute. But still, you won't even appreciate that, man. Appreciate the man to get him off these man, 300,000 likes, man. Come on, y'all, we gotta do better. Y'all know how TikTok works. Activity means everything.
And if y'all know Velvet don't ask for nothing. I don't ask for nothing. Real talk. I just ask for your participation and just do what y'all got to do in the live. That's it. In the comments. Y'all, first of all, let me explain something to y'all. To me, it's not the people that's up on the platform. You guys that come to the live is more important to me. The ones that are on, the ones that are in the comments, the ones that are sharing, the ones that are tapping. Y'all the most important people because y'all make the live what it is. It's not us up here. It's you guys. This is the reason why I appreciate when y'all pull up, just for your participation. And just even if you're being here, it means a lot to me, which means that you're here to hear something different. And this is what we do here.
Use your toes. You can tap with your toes because I've learned how to match to that. And if your toes are hurting too, use your right ear. You can tap with it. I've mastered that.
Here's the thing: when there's more than enough people, you don't have to go crazy. It's 300 some people in here. You don't need 1,000 taps from each one.
But if everybody give 1,000 taps, that'll be the bomb. But let me stop. AC, what's up, baby boy? Talk to me.
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
Sometimes you, sometimes me, always us. Let's get it.
You are old, boy. That's some old mess right there. That's some old crap. Hey. Hey, I'm coming to see you, man. I'm coming to see you, man. You trip. What up, AC?
What's going on, Stop? How y'all doing today?
We're doing good, brother. You know, we just doing what we do on a Monday morning.
I feel it. That's exciting. I'm sitting here trying to calibrate my damn HVAC gauges. I couldn't look on the system earlier because for some reason it was reading it was in a vacuum, and that should never happen when you got 250 pounds of pressure sitting on the manifold.
Are you throwing some Freon in the joint?
Actually, I'm about to do a recovery
Ooh.
and about to fill it up with some brand new Freon. Yeah.
Just to let y'all know, I did maintenance work, so I know a little about that Freon.
Oh, so you know? All right, shit.
Yeah, you know I'm on it. The gauges and all that. I know all that.
AC, where you at, bro?
I'm in California.
Damn, why you got me so far?
Why, yes, sir.
Brother?
Man, don't fly the brother out and let him come fix your AC.
I am rich in spirit, my brother.
It's just Central Air, not Central Air. Okay, listen, we getting off topic. Let's get back.
I'm in Fort Lauderdale. Go ahead, do your thing, AC.
We got to finish cooking him. We got about another.
So I kind of came in where kind of in the middle and kind of caught it where Stopper was over there talking. Can somebody fill me in just for a little bit?
So basically, we really was talking about becoming the one versus being the one. Mm-hmm. But you know how our conversations just flow like water.
I got you. Yeah, I mean, kind of like what Stopper said. I think it was yesterday. He was like, a lot of people are mad at themselves because they're not the person that they're not. They're. How'd you say it, Stopper? You're mad because you're not the person that you want to be.
Right. You talking about what I said yesterday?
Oh, that's what you said, D. Yeah.
I said, men. I'm constantly telling men, you don't have the woman you want because you're not the man you want to be.
Exactly.
And,
so,
in reverse.
Yeah. So when you had said that, it actually made a lot of sense, and it's funny how we're talking about it again today. You know, because I'm gonna be completely transparent. You know, back a couple of my previous relationships, I wasn't the man that I wanted to be, so I was always mad. You know, and I would always blame it on her. That wasn't always true. Sometimes it was her fault. Sometimes it wasn't. It was hard for me to take any type of accountability when I could barely look at my own self in the damn mirror. You know, and that was hard when I had to come to grips with the person that I was versus the person that I was slowly becoming. You know, whether that was good or bad at the time, I couldn't really tell you. But I'm not that man today, and I didn't just, what Stopper was saying. You know, I'm comfortable with telling people the bad part of me. You know, it is a part of me, and I have no quarrels about it. It is what it is. You know, I didn't have 19 girlfriends or nothing like that. I wasn't out there balling like that. But maybe 2 or 3 at a time.
I resent that comment, sir. I resent that comment.
But yeah, that's pretty much what I got to say about that for right now.
No, you know what though? I like what you said, and it makes sense. A lot of times we don't understand that how much work we are putting in to become something for someone else instead of truly doing it for ourselves. We have the tendency to always and we put on this persona. It's a whole persona that we put on because it's not truly who we are, but we want to make ourselves so acceptable to the person that we're trying to talk to, even though this person does not accept us. So my thing is, if you can't accept me for who I am, what are you accepting me for? Why am I trying to be accepted for someone who doesn't accept me for who I truly am? Why am I looking and trying to be something for a woman that don't really want me, but yet she only wants me for what I may value? And why am I holding so many things of value? Like, oh, why about my car does not validate who I am, but yet why do my home? Why do we always have to tell people all this immaculate things? We are basically selling ourselves to some of these women. Let's keep it a buck, because we know that we don't even fit the bill. So we use it all the stuff that we have as a mechanism. Like, I got a nice house. I paid $300,000. My house costs $400,000. Oh no, I just drive this car and I got a little I got this other truck that I normally use. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, like with my job, I work over here. I make about this much a year. It ain't a lot, but it's something. And, I try to keep myself up to par, with the way I dress. What are we doing? What am I doing? Why am I selling myself to this woman? Because she doesn't see the value in me. She doesn't see everything that I value. That's it.
Everything. I go back to what I said earlier about waking up and choosing yourself and loving yourself first.
But that's a form of the way people love themselves, by what they value. Listen, a lot of people only love themselves based on what they value.
Yeah, that's true. Because I know I was putting my self-worth into however many cars I had, how I was living, how much money I could make and stuff like that. And I always say, I made my first million at 21. And I was the happiest when I was making $15.50 at Dollar Tree. Didn't know what the hell to do with myself, but that was when I was the most happiest. Yes. That was when I realized also that I was also putting myself, I basically put I basically put a dollar amount on my own self-worth.
You know what the thing about it is? When I was a street pharmacist, you know how many times I think I may have touched $1 million, not even realize how many millions I may have spent or how much I may have touched. But because it was coming so easily. But did I hold that? I used that to validate who I was. That was me validating me. I'm a street pharmacist. I know I'm getting this bread. Can't nobody say no. I can get any car I want. I can get any woman I want. But notice I said I can get anything I wanted, not what I needed. Because the things that I needed, I was running from. A lot of times, we as men and women, we run from the things that we need because we're too scared to accept the needs. We run from the But
because it requires us to admit that we are missing something.
Come on.
That we're lacking something. And we want to externalize our issues instead of internalize our responsibility for what's lacking. I'll pass that back. Somebody was over.
No, it was going to go to Stop, but before Stop to speak, I just want to point this out. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the easiest thing you can do. Stop giving people credit simply because they had credit.
That was a bar.
Can you repeat that, sir?
I'll do that one more time because my brother always requests sensible stuff from me. Stop giving people credit simply because they have credit. And I'm going to break the rules here just a little bit. You know how many ancient rich people that exist?
AD, what do I always say? Ladies, if a male approaches you and all he can offer you is money, he is broke.
Hello, thank you. It's all in the facts. That's fact.
He is broke. He is poor now.
And broke in.
Yeah, and he can't grow unless he get that mental intellect.
So here's the thing, and I didn't hear the prompt before. Forgive me. Hello, Lady M.
Lady M.
Hey, what's up? How you guys?
You said about becoming the one or being the one.
Becoming the one versus being the one.
So here's the clear distinction, right? Being the one is the outward looks, right? That's like, hey, I'm being the one, whatever. Now, becoming the one, that's where the inward is. You evaluate other person's character, and becoming the one, you develop your own character. And that now you focus so much more on growing as opposed to focusing on finding. Because when you're focusing on finding, you are not growing. You see what I'm saying? Who should I choose? No, who am I becoming? Don't just look for the one. Become someone worthy of a healthy, lifelong partnership. right? So that is growth. If you are not able to grow, you are declining. Because the world is forever moving, which means that it will leave you behind as you remain stagnant.
Mhm. No, you listen. You're 100% right. Can't get mad at that. A lot of us are trying to be something. And here's the beauty of it is this. I ain't gonna say the beauty of it. This is the thing. We have to sometimes sit back and ask ourselves, when you have to ask yourself, who am I? Which means you don't know who you are. And I've asked myself that plenty of times, like, who am I? Who am I? Not other than me being a man, but sometimes we gotta ask ourselves, who am I really? Who am I? Am I pretending to be something that I'm not? Because now I don't want to hold myself accountable by saying if I am. Am I really being my true self, or am I just pretending to give just enough to make people feel like this is who I am? Because a lot of time we gotta remember, we mimic so many things in life that we don't even realize that we mimic them. For the simple fact is, if I see how D Awesome is acting around certain women, if we're together and he's acting a certain way around women, guess what I want to do? And I notice that he's getting all the attention. I want to be the same dude. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to pretend to be like D Awesome. If I see that my brother Ford is moving real smoothly and the women are attracted to how smooth he is, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm with him, I'm going to be smooth just as him. And I'm almost going to feel like I'm competing with him. No, he can't have all the women. If my brother Stopper is speaking to certain women in a certain manner, and I'm not speaking that way, then guess what I'm going to do? Because I'm with him, I'm going to speak like Stopper, because guess what? I'm in competition with him because I don't know who I am.
That is very true, and that goes right back to the community thing, because usually that happens. It's like a domino effect. One person see with this man doing this, and now this person doing this, and then next you know this person liking the next person doing it, and the whole time it's a whole trend, and everybody's doing it, and everybody think it's cool, and nobody has accountability, and nobody has respect for themselves, because everybody got to hold respect for themselves.
But you know what, young sister,
We have an identity crisis, man. We're living in an identity crisis era.
Well, you have to know who you are, honestly, because if you have two guys picking up the same type of women, you're probably not the one for me. Because you don't know who you are. I don't need what you're putting down, because you know what? That's superficial and it's not going to last. And it's only a matter of time before I see right through whatever you're doing. You're trying to be something you're not. So if you have money, where's your priorities? You can have money, which is fine. Nothing's wrong with that. You could be smooth. You could be all of these things. But what's the true you? Because if I'm dating you now, it won't take me very long to realize the real you. So you could pretend and fake and do all these other things. But in the end, you don't end up with what you're looking for because you don't know what you're looking for.
So watch this. I'm a test. I'm a test something.
Messing with somebody, it's literally a bomb. Like that rubs off on you. That person who he coming over pretending to be, then you as a woman, it's like everything is so spiritual. You start to pick up on that trait. You start to pick up on his inner self, and then now you having that same issue that he's having because you opened your body to him, you opened your mind to him, and now you're stuck. And that's usually what happens to women. That happens to both of them, though.
But my thing, come on.
It happens to both of them. We humans. When we are in temptation, which most likely if you in them situations you living off lust and temptation, it falls onto every human and person that's involved. It's not just like, hey, I'm about to say it's all on you, or you say it's all on me. Like, no, my 3 fingers is pointing back at me, just like your 3 fingers is pointing back at you when I'm trying to point at you. Either or, but we all got to take it for ourselves.
But let me tell you, can I
Pastor Stopper said something earlier, and he mentioned how, we are. What you say?
I rebuke that, Ford. I am no pastor, sir.
A minister, how about that one? Minister Stopper.
I'm just a filthy sinner who is trying to become better.
I hear that. But you said something that was important. You talked about a man leading with money and that he's actually broke. And what I've discovered is a lot of people are broken and they're connecting with other broken people. And we've used analogies like your broken part and connects with my broken part. But I believe that we're meant to be whole. And so a lot of people are not operating out of wholeness, because when you arrive at wholeness because of healing, you can identify what's broken in another person. And this will save you time and wasted energy, because time is a commodity that we cannot get back. And a lot of us are wasting time because we're broken and we're trying to expedite relationships, smacks, this feeling of a void that we have in our lives because we're not whole. So when we reach a place of wholeness, we can identify the process. So now I know when a woman comes to me, if she's broken, if she's healing, or if she's whole. Because why? I'm whole and I've operated and I've taken the time to process, to go through what it takes to become whole. So I can now identify her brokenness and I can save myself some time. And a lot of people ask me, well, why are you single? Because I'm running into a lot of broken people. And for me and my calling and my purpose, I don't have the time to invest in that particular brokenness that's in this person. And so I'm focused on purpose, and that's how I think we can avoid and restore relationships and homes and marriages and relationships when we become whole again.
I respect that. I want to say something that she said earlier, and it kind of stuck with me. When she said people are stuck in these relationships. First of all, I'm gonna explain to you why most of the time it's always a woman that's more stuck into a relationship than a man. Some of y'all allow these men because y'all want to become the one for this man. So y'all start doing things for this man. And guess what? This man does not see no value in you. He only sees what he can get from you, which is, guess what? I'm gonna have you doing wifely duties on a girlfriend's salary. And a lot of y'all women are stuck in these relationships. And then what he also manipulates you not even manipulate you, but he puts it in your head that you don't need to be married to be with me. And guess what? You'll start believing that nonsense. Oh, I don't need to be married to be with him. I don't believe in marriage, because he already put it into your head. And he's been saying it for so long that we don't need to be married. We good the way that we are. And you accept it. And now you're stuck in these relationships because you want to become something instead of being something. You thinking you becoming something, but guess what? You're acting like you have been something, but you're not the wife. You're not none of those things. You are just a placekeeper. You are a timeshare. Yes, I said it. You are a timeshare. There are so hold on. I got you, sister. Hold on. At the end of the day, what women fail to realize when I call your timeshares is this: you are sharing all your time and giving up all your time with a man that doesn't see no value in you. But yet you think that you are the one. I am the chosen one. He chose me. He chose you for a good time. He chose you to do what he expects for you to do. Bottom line. But come on, sister, you got it. The one on top.
Oh, I just wanted to say, sometimes society feel like, you have to be married in order for, life to go right and, perfect and all that. Marriage is not all to life. You understand? You don't have to be married, to make it in life or live a good life or have a positive life or be good. Marriage is not everything to it. A woman can be whole by herself, a man can be whole by herself. And that's where when you find yourself, you will be comfortable with being by yourself.
But let me tell you what happens when you by yourself. You wind up getting an animal.
Let me get this one, Velvet.
All right, go ahead.
You said what?
Exactly. You hit it, but
I'm not saying that
sister,
marriage is bad. I'm trying to say the women who idolize it, you understand, those are the people pushing and forcing things to happen with people that's not meant to be for them or who's not ready. That's what I'm saying. Women need to get out of that idea like, I have to be married for this. No, you don't. Just live life. The right person will come along. Be good.
But you can't
have values, have boundaries. You understand? Not that I'm saying you shouldn't have
and
boundaries. I'm saying all of that is necessary.
Right.
At the end of the day, I want women, because this is what makes women want it more and push for it more, because of the fact that they feel I need to get married and in order for society to look at me a different type of way.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
You don't.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
No, and I get what you're saying.
But I got a man, so trust me, don't be alone.
Well, here's the question: how long you been with your man?
Well, we've been together for a year now. We live together. We've been living together for 6 months.
So you lived together for 6 months. Are you engaged?
Yes. We should be getting married.
That's not what I asked you. That's not what I asked you. Are you engaged?
We can talk different. From my situation is different. I'm from Africa, so
Sister, you tap dancing. Why do y'all women tap dance when I ask a question? It's a simple yes or no. I know we're engaged, no, we're not engaged. Okay.
No, I'm not engaged right now, but
So-
I'm trying to tell you, I have plans to get to set a court date with him. Everything for next month. I'm not a big person to want to have a big wedding. But that has been our understanding from day one. He wants to marry. Not like something I'm saying. We have to pick.
So-
I wouldn't be in this house if he didn't want to be with me.
Can I say something, please?
Come on, stop.
Yeah, go ahead.
My ears is ringing, man. Look, again, man, y'all, you see, I'm going to stop coming on this damn tickety talk because people are full of fluff.
Okay, what's the fluff in what I've said about my relationship?
If you allow me to speak, you'll hear what I have to say about it all.
Okay.
A lot of us are talking about marriage and we don't know the purpose for marriage. There's the purpose and then there's the benefit. 99.99% of us are only interested in the benefit. We don't know what the purpose is. What is your purpose for wanting to marry this man?
If I tell you my purpose, let me answer you. It could be any man. I don't base marriage on, let's say, deep, passionate love or all of that. I base marriage based on I want a partner that I can grow with and work with and build generational wealth with. You understand? That's my reason. I'm not trying to marry for any type
So
of
wait, hold time.
my wealth the way I want. Yes.
What did I just say? What did I just say? Look, if you are trying to do something that God ordained, don't turn it into your.
I'm not a Christian. I'm spiritual. I look at things from a different side of.
The devil is spiritual also, ma'am. The devil is a spirit.
Okay, God too is not a spirit. He don't operate in spirit.
If you tell me about
don't operate in spirit, Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost is not a spirit.
What did I tell you guys? You let him speak long enough, the devil is in the detail, right? You want to do godly things, but you don't believe in God. When somebody tells you that they're spiritual,
I didn't hear you.
I'm done. Y'all got me.
Stop it.
I can't have a conversation with you if you're not allowing me to speak. That is not a dialogue. It comes across as an argument.
So here, no. Listen to what. Okay, here. This is how we do this, right? First and foremost, I want to say this: the moment that you said you're not marrying for love, that there's no love in it, that means that sounds like a contractual marriage to me. You're not married.
Marriage is a contract. Marriage is a contract nowadays.
Sis, you're not even listening. This is why women. This is why women. We women. This is why some of us are seen the way that we are. Like, there is value in what the men say to us, what their perspective is of us. There's value in that. And the problem is we don't shut up long enough to listen to what they have to say. And this is not you what you said, all that fluff that you gave about your relationship and being whole, your situation is a 100% contradiction to what you said. Flat out.
How?
Well, it started off by saying that you don't believe in God, but you're gonna get married, and then you saying that you're not
I didn't say I didn't believe in God. I said I'm spiritual. I never said I didn't believe in God. I believe in the creator of the universe.
Hey, can we let I want Stigma to jump in on this one. Stigma, come on, sis.
I think I'm gonna let the women handle this one.
Well, I think the thing that's interesting to me is if you have already had intercourse with this man, you created a covenant, you're already married.
Yeah.
Right? And here's the other thing. if you want to abide by what the government says, then yes, you go and you create a contract. But there's a difference between a contract and a covenant. A contract can be broken, and usually there's legal ways that has to go forth in the court of the land. But I think that when we're talking about covenant, we need to understand that there's certain things that will allow that covenant to be broken, but it's just not, oh, I don't feel like dealing with you anymore and we're done. If marriage was not based on a blood exchange, right, then the law of the land would not honor it when it comes to infidelity. So in any state, I believe in this nation, if you lay down with somebody else instead of the one that you're married to, that's automatic grounds for breaking the covenant, and you typically walk away with nothing. So I think that we need to be realistic when we have these conversations. And I'll just say this, particularly to the younger women, because we make some of the stupidest mistakes when we're young. We just really do, you know, and it's really because the elder women are not teaching and training the younger women. They're not talking about their experiences because they want to be held by guilt and shame, condemnation, you know, and all of that stuff, or they just don't want to be accountable to it, so they just don't tell anybody. But you make some of the silliest decisions when you're young, and moving in and cohabitating with a man and then expecting him to marry you is just not the way that it works. We see that happen time and time again. That has never worked. I mean, it works in some cases, but there's a lack of respect that also happen in the situation. It's just like in the time that we're in, women think that it's okay to meet a man online, and then when he commands her to go to him for the first meeting, she goes, but she expects him to lead after that. That's not how that works.
See,
he's seeking you. He goes to you. Anytime you bend and you do what it is that he wants you to do, you've already lost your position and your power in the situation. So I just wanted to say that because I'm just listening and going, that's interesting. But if you guys are going to the courthouse next month and you stand on business, come back after you guys go to the courthouse and let's have a different conversation. But it'll be interesting to see how that works out.
I'm gonna say something real quick. You know, this is some things that what I feel that some of these women do. They come up here, they project these trying to make these scenarios what they really. Oh, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this. That deep down inside, they are destroyed. They are hurt. They have no voice. They don't want to listen. They want to be combative to other women who are. This the thing. When it comes to men, a man will sit there and take. You know what, brother? You're right. I got you. But some of these women, I'm not saying all, but there are some women that just don't get it. If this is the reason why sometimes I can't get into women conversations, so I allow sisters, other women, to get it to other women. Bottom line, you can't take the criticism. You sit here, you yawning. Listen, you believe what you want to believe. The moment that you say you didn't marry for love lets me know that this man is probably taking care of you. The reason why you want to marry him is because for financial gain. Maybe it's maybe you're not even attracted to the man that you want to be with.
But Velvet, again, like I keep telling y'all, man, you let somebody speak long enough, the devil is in the detail. You hear the foolishness of what they're saying. She said to you, I'm going to get married next month. Are you engaged? No, I'm going to talk to him about marrying me. What?
That conversation should have already happened before you ever moved in.
Yeah, you are so out of order.
Right.
A man should not be proposed to. It's the other way around.
Well, at this day and age, you know, women are proposing to men, which is okay. I mean,
that's a whole different debate because
I mean, I know it's not in I know it's not in order, but
Can I just add this real quick, Bill? I just wanted to add this, and then I'm just going to be the, you know, women are solely responsible for men getting out of pocket. Now, this is going to cause a hell-raising fire blaze of backlash, right? But if we are the gatekeepers refers to gratification and procreation. If women would just stop, the men would get in line and do things the way that they're supposed to. If women would just stop trying to be chosen, if they would stop trying to be in a man's face going, I'm better than her, mine is better than hers, I got all these B's and stuff beat, I got this, I got that. Listen, the men would straighten up and fly right. They would get in line because every single last one of these men will tell you that the one that they actually married was the one that didn't bend and stuff to the foolishness. They'll tell you that. That's the one woman that was like, they had to conquer her. They were like, she's not taking none of the game in the rule books. She's like, this workbook I got, she's not going for none of it. And they chose that woman. If women would band together, a lot of this stuff would stop. It would. Even the way that women raise their sons would stop because women would hold their sons accountable instead of making them into their mini husbands that they may or may not be.
Oh, Stigma, you're going to get in trouble for saying that. Say that again. Say that again.
I feel like you guys said so many wrong things that I didn't say. First of all, you said that the man is taking care of me. First of all,
Hold on. We love you. We appreciate you. We thank you for being here. However, we're at 227,000 taps, please, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all for keeping the shares up. Can we get these taps going? We really need to be at 300K with all these people that's in here. Thank y'all for being here. Like my brother said, the chat is actually one of the greatest parts of it. Now, here's the situation. If you hear something from someone like a Stopper, like a Velvet, like an AC, Miss Nunu lady, Miss Vet, No Stigma, and the other young lady, and these people don't know you, and somehow it struck the chord of your good guitar life string, grab a hold of yourself and go find you a good corner and scream out loud, God, why did this person who I never met, never been around, never had interactions with, no exchange whatsoever, not even an email, we ain't even got mutual Facebook friends, Jesus, why did they struck a chord in my life?
Nobody struck the chord in my life.
Ma'am.
No, y'all didn't. Y'all not even giving me the truth.
Hold on. You got it. We're going to give you the mic. We're going to give you the floor.
Very biased.
Not what, ma'am? It's not biased because I was not even speaking to you. I actually, give me a second. I was speaking to the general public. Just that fast. When I tell you God be with me, there's always people to witness. AC, am I lying? So every time I say that, it happens. I was not speaking to you. Was not speaking on you. I don't know you.
Okay, no problem.
Okay,
Sorry.
so this is what we're going. Let me reset this room real quick. First and foremost, what we will not do, and what I do not tolerate, we do not attack nobody here. Everything is opinion based. So if this is all about a person's opinion, bottom line. So we're not going to do. We're not going to gang up on the young lady. She want to say what she has to say. We will allow that because this is her story, not ours. It's her life, not mine. So respectfully, what I'm asking each and every person, we will not pass judgment. We can agree to disagree, but let's conduct ourselves as adults because that's what we are.
I have no judgment for the woman. Like I said, I don't know her. But again, the question still remains to anybody.
Okay.
That if someone whom you've never met, never even passed the basketball to on the court, never asked for a spot in the gym, you have, again, no mutual friends, no mutual business accountants or whatever, and they say something that has struck the life string of your guitar, you have to then go and adjust yourself and ask, why am I bothered by something that somebody said that don't know me? And they're not talking to me. Damn, D, you got light skin on your brother's platform. Relax. All right.
Okay, can I talk now?
Okay, the floor is yours.
Okay. First of all, the first thing, what's his name said is, I'm begging someone to marry me, number one. And you also said, the host, you said, the brother's probably taking care of me.
It's my opinion, right? I'm entitled to my opinion.
I understand, but that was, you never gave me a chance to even tell you my story.
Because the reason why I say that is because when the sister was speaking, you got disrespectful, like you didn't want to hear it. So of course we don't do that.
It was probably a mistake. I ran back in the hospital because I'm at work. So my hands keep hitting the mute button.
That had nothing to do with the mute. You went like as if what she was saying was fluff. But go ahead, I'm gonna allow you.
Oh no, I didn't mean that in any disrespectful way. Okay, so I apologize if she feels that way.
Apology accepted.
But I stand on my statement. Marriage is a contract between two people. It is a contract, whether anyone agrees with me, it's a contract. It's a simple contract because people can accomplish all of those things with someone without having to go and sign something that says I'm will to you or married to you. You can have a spiritual marriage. You can go through a traditional marriage. You don't have to sign a paper. I'm African. I keep saying this. So I look at things a very different way. It's very different with me. I've lived also in multiple countries. My mom was a diplomat. I grew up different places. So at the end of the day, when I'm saying stuff, I'm not saying it based on just by me saying it. People don't have to go write a paper to get married or be together or live a successful, a good life. In my situation, by me living and moving in with him is because that situation, that marriage topic was talked about prior to me coming. I have my kids with this person. We live in the same house. His kids come over too. So at the end of the day, I'm already acting and doing things. And he's also doing what he's supposed to do. No, he doesn't take care of everything in the house. I make money too. I help him out. He helps me out. So, it's just the different, scenarios you guys are coming up with. I simply just came on here to say that you don't need to be married. You understand? Marriage is nothing but a contract between two people. It's not a trophy. Marriage is not a trophy. Christians, that's why most Christians, the highest divorce is amongst Christians. Because at the end of the day, we feel that we need to marry in order for God to bless us and give us the fruit that we need. No, it's not necessarily. That's why most women fall trap of this stuff. All I said, find yourself. If you find yourself, you're whole. You will be fine to find that partner you can be with. Whether you marry, you don't want to marry, it's up to you. That's your decision. But don't put a hold on somebody to say you must get married and this and that. My name is Archlyn.
Archlyn, okay, because I can't see the rest of it. I want to address you properly, Archlyn.
No problem.
Now, I'm going to give you your credit. Just from your thumbnail, you seem very aesthetically pleasing, right? I do love the sound of the tone of your voice, but it's very also soothing. However, you have children, correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you going to outlive your children, or your children going to outlive you?
My children will always outlive me.
Okay, I got you. Now hang in there with me, because I want to have this simple exchange. And notice the key phrase in that phrase is simple. We're gonna outline that, put brackets on it. This simple exchange. Now, in the midst of your children outliving you, you're gonna give them tools, correct? Okay. Now, when we hear you say this thing about marriage, there are some contractual points in it, like Sister Stydia spoke about it earlier, right? And also, to your point, you can go do your marriage thing and not have to go through the state, which is also there, right? Here's the thing. Marriage is so much greater than we ever imagined. I said the other day, because so many people are motivated to get married, they're not dedicated to stay married. Stopper pulled me up into his live and he asked me a question. I think I stung the world with my response because they didn't see it coming. He said to me, Brother D, why should people get married? And it's carry out God's mission, because you won't see it through, right? If you had the pleasure to live where I lived in San Antonio, Texas, when I had my house built, my backyard was filled with monarch butterflies. And I always was enamored by that. Like, that's 2 years ago, and I can't forget this beautiful thing I saw. All these big, black, beautiful butterflies covering my backyard velvet. It's like, heaven, take me now, Jesus. But what I found out, Stopper, that the monarch butterfly starts in Canada. And they travel to a particular city in Mexico, like 4,500 miles or so. But you know what happens is that first generation don't make it. That second gen don't make it. That third gen partially make it. That fourth gen makes it. So we're like very much like those monarch butterflies. It's God's mission. That's why we get married. It's the structure of carrying out a mission, knowing like, hey, I'm not gonna see that private jet like I want to, AC. But you tell my son when he get it to do what his daddy told him and make sure that, hey, bro, you know your daddy wanted you to give people those flights that needed to get home in times they got stuck in the airport because you got the private jet. You know your daddy's will. So I'm reminded of the time that I had to sit with my grandfather and think about, hey, D, you were 7 years old when I told you winners want to see winners win. I call you a winner. Not because I'm victorious, because I win even when my brother Stopper wins. I win when you win, actually. Not necessarily that your victories are mine, is that I can go back and say, wow, I bear to witness something greater than I ever imagined. And I had no involvement in it. I think about the victory of those that got to see Christ on the cross. And then 3 days later, Stopper, hey, what y'all cooking in there? Oh my God. Oh God, is this really you? Yeah, man, touch my hands. Go ahead, give me some dap. Oh, Jesus Christ. In the flesh, yeah, I'm here. So marriage is bigger than what we essentially put on it. Like the bells and whistles and everything, it's wonderful, it's great. Now, what you do when that bell or that whistle don't work on that day? Do you call quits? You know, do you call quits? Because it's going to happen. You're going to fail that man intentionally and unintentionally, and he's going to fail you intentionally and unintentionally.
And that's why it gets a little shaky when you say it's a contract, because it's more of a covenant. It's like spiritual. And she said she's spiritual.
When you lay with anybody, you are creating a spiritual soul tie with that person, first of all.
Right.
You understand? When you lay with anybody, it's an exchange of energies. You understand? If I choose to lay with one person and be with that person and wait till we get to where we get to, that's perfectly fine.
Let me break something. Let me tell you something real quick. Okay, let me tell you something.
I want you to understand that I come from a 2-parent family. My mom and my dad stayed married until they died. No, I'm just saying.
Okay,
you
listen,
understand?
sister. Let me.
Christian background.
Hello.
Also, you understand?
Hello. Let me say something real quick, so that way people can get a better understanding of what this laying down what people think comes from. See, people call it soul ties, but I call it bogus. At the end of the day, if I'm laying down with someone, guess what? That is almost like me marrying another woman. So you got to think about how many husbands you have had, how many wives you have had. Because if you have laid down with this person more than one time and you have been committed to that person, you are technically married to that person spiritually. If you really want to talk about it, has nothing to do with a soul tie. So they just using soul tie to try to camouflage what the truth is.
I just said soul tie so it can just be relatable.
No. That's a cop out. That's a cop out.
Soul tie, you lay with somebody. Don't you think you exchange energies?
Has nothing to do with energy. What you're not hearing what I'm saying. See, this sister, are you listening to what I'm saying? Hear me and hear me well. Hear me and stop listening to respond.
Okay.
Once again, people say soul ties. I call it bogus. This is my thoughts, my opinion. But the truth of the matter is, it doesn't say soul ties in no scripture. If you have laid down with somebody multiple times, you have been married to that person. Period. You have exchanged bodily fluids. My energy has been connected to your energy, and we have created chaos. Not marriage, chaos. Because that's what it becomes. Think about it. If I'm laying down with multiple women, I have created chaos within my life and within my body and within them as well. It is a chaotic move. You know why? Because it has become uncontrollable and it becomes lust, not love. And if I'm not mistaken, lust is it's chaotic.
You have defiled yourself, brother. I've heard everybody talk their foolishness. Wow. We want to do things Go ahead, ma'am.
It's just it's their opinion. It shouldn't be called foolishness.
I'm not giving you opinion, ma'am. I'm not giving you opinion. I'm giving you the word of God.
Okay.
The word of God is different than, you see, we love to say my truth. It's what I believe in. I'm not this, I'm not that. But then when you are in your defiled moment, you flipping and dipping. What do y'all usually say? Oh God, this feels so good. You know God at that moment, briefly. Do you know why the hell Smex was created for? Smex is a benefit of marriage. We want to be married. We want to do this. But no, we downplay it. It's just a piece of paper. No, it's not. We are here running around getting flipped and dipped and licked and sucked to do things that were intended for marriage as a benefit. The sole reason for marriage was to give God glory, 1, and 2, to be fruitful. That's in Genesis 2. That's in the book. It's not your damn, what I think it is. What? What are we doing? What are we doing? You out here flipping and dipping. Me too. I'm talking about me. Notice I said I was with those 19 women. I was flipping and dipping. I'm talking about me. But the whole notion now, we want to go ahead and try to put a little bow tie on it to justify our foolishness. You are being defiled. You meet a man, you meet a woman, you come together without, look, a man who values you, he's not trying to flip and dip you before you agree with the covenant. This is what the covenant is. This is God, man, wife. That's the covenant. When you trying to do the crap out of convenience, oh, I got pregnant, oh, you know what, I'm just lonely, whatever the convenience is, you are out of order. We are out of order. But then, you know what? This is what we do in this trashy world. We want to make everything look so fine, so right. It's my truth. When the hell did your truth matter? What is your truth? Scripture says, I am the way, I'm the truth, and I'm the life. He's the only truth that matters. Do you think I thought I was going to be doing this a year ago? No, I was still flipping and dipping up until March of this year. Meeting women and flipping and dipping them the same goddamn night. Flipping and dipping 2-3 women a day. Because the enemy had a hold on me.
No, you just had a lot of stamina.
Like, when do you start that like
That's the thing.
I have to take the conversation?
Yo, D, your man has stamina like crazy. Ain't nowhere in the world. He said 2 or 3, bro. But I'm not mad at him though.
Women at a time. You understand? That shows your lack of self-control, my brother. And you are still gonna struggle with that, even moving past this month. You will still struggle with it. I'm telling you, I'm looking at you in your eyes, I can tell you. You will struggle with it even further. By the end of the year, you will still be struggling with it. I'm telling you.
He's talking about something that happened years ago, not something that he's currently doing.
Oh, he said
he just said in his own words that he just got March. He was flipping and dipping too much.
Do you guys see the issue that's going on right now? You see how you want to flip it? You want to flip it and change it? And this man is professing and confessing and actually being vulnerable, and you want to turn and use it against him. That's the shit we talking about.
But it's okay.
No. I've heard enough. I've heard enough.
But I would like my answer.
Hold on. The brother was saying something. Come on, Donovan.
This is the biggest thing is that y'all. That's what you took from that. That's what you took from that.
Right.
That's what you took from that. This is a prime example of what we talk about when men try to be vulnerable and be transparent and have a conversation.
Try to be vulnerable.
Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish.
You're interrupting him.
Let him finish. Let him finish, please.
Let me finish. This man is being transparent, being vulnerable with you, and telling you and professing and saying he's not excluding himself away from what he has done. He's including himself into the same shit that we all sit here and we try to tell ourselves to make ourselves feel better about the shit that we do on a day-to-day basis, week-to-week basis, month-to-month, whatever it is you want to do. Right? That's the biggest thing. But you're looking at it from a standpoint, it's like, oh, you ain't over it. You ain't. No, what does that have to? What this man is? He's fought the battles. Is what I'm saying. Is to have that conversation with you is a battle already beaten. It's a battle he's already taken on. It's a battle he's already fought. It's a battle he's made it through. See, this is the thing: is that when we go through things, there are versions of us that have to be killed and slayed before we can move forward and move to the next level. Right. What the version he's talking to you about is a more recent battle that he's referring to, and you want to turn it against him. You want to use it. You want to use it as something you feel. Hold on, I'm not finished. You want to use it as something you want to leverage against another person. Right. If you came up here and professed and told us your sin, tell us your sin. You won't.
I've been told them. I told them I live with someone. I'm in the house with someone, and they all told me what their opinions were. They had different things to say about me, regardless.
But notice what you just said. You said opinions. You said opinions. What you said wasn't.
You know what? Real quick.
The conversation
just jumping in. I rebuke that demon that spoke that curse over our brother. I rebuke that spirit that just spoke that curse over our brother. That will not be his cross to bear. That will not be an inhibition for him. He will walk in perfect peace and freedom in Christ Jesus. And we will not accept anything from somebody who says they're spiritual. You either love Christ, you will bow to Christ, or you will not. But you will at some point. You're going to bow at some point, sis. But if you haven't bowed now, we're not accepting no curses from somebody who has not professed the Lord Jesus Christ.
I'm not cursing him. I'm not cursing him. I'm just looking at your
Can you just answer my question really quick? Just answer my question really quick. My question was, how did you start to have that conversation with yourself for that change to start to come? Like, what was your last step?
So here it is, the crushing, right? Me wanting to do better. I had to find out the crap that is of me, or the crap that was, for me to become what I am now and what I will be, right? So I had to do a lot of self-reflection. I had to look in the mirror, and when I would look in the mirror, I didn't like the person I was looking at because I was trash. I was in my filth, and I was hurting women, and I was also hurting myself, and I was going against the word of God. When I started to go back in the word, and I started understanding the word, and God started to remove the scale from my eyes, I realized that, you know what, it is better on this side of love myself. I didn't appreciate myself. I didn't respect myself. So I was going out there, and that's why I keep saying, you know, and I would say this with Rico, my brother who's not on here, this version of me, no other woman has had. That's why my soon-to-be wife, I hope that she will be pleased with this version of me, because I am more comfortable within my skin. I know who I am. I don't have to try so much. I don't have to fake anything. I don't have to pretend to be something. And I've done enough flipping and dipping where I'm not even looking at women in a lustful way that way. Now, the flesh is still the flesh. I don't want to try and pretend that I'm this perfect being. I see attractive women all the time. Then up until recently, I realized in my journey to look for a wife, I've made that into an idol. Because every woman I would encounter, I'm like, oh man, is she the one? No, because lust means it's the over desire for something. You see what I'm saying? So I had to crush myself. I had to say, you know what? This filth, I had to wring it out. I have women on my phone I could call, even right this second. Hey, come on over. We are not on that. It's just like a tree.
No. Why they still in your phone? Why they still in your phone? Delete them. You don't need them. Delete them. What's the purpose of holding? Delete them.
Correct. You have to. the leaves have to fall, or else the tree will unalive. After the tree remove all the nutrients that it needs, it has to get rid of them. Now, the sister was talking. Yes, I do rebuke what you prayed over me or wished over me.
Me?
No, the sister. The one thing I kept telling people is, if the truth doesn't transform you, it will trigger you. And also, if you will always find problems in people who delivers truth to you. And that was the clear indication of that. This was about 20 years ago, maybe, or almost 20 years ago, when I had 19 when I was doing whatever. I'm divorced. I am single. I'm not dating anybody. I was in my filth beginning of the year. I was meeting people and sleeping with them. You see what I'm saying? I wasn't sleeping with 19 people recently. But again, anything I had said, she would have found a problem in what I was saying instead of understanding the truth in what I was saying. But I'll land there.
Well, I think her problem was mostly that she didn't want to land on the fact that what she was doing was wrong. Like, we could all agree that living with somebody before marriage is wrong. We can agree with that. You get what I'm saying? Some people do it. That's not speaking on them and their lifestyle, but if we're looking at the Bible, it's wrong. So I guess she just didn't want to accept that portion, probably. That was the portion that was like stinging her heart and making her feel attacked.
You know what though? I get
this goes back to the accountability aspect of what we were talking about earlier, right? You can't sit here and expect someone else to take accountability for a portion of the story. You have to take accountability for the whole thing.
Correct.
It's very simple. It's like there is no gray in between accountability and accountability. It either is or it isn't. Real simple, right? It's like being pregnant. Either you are or you aren't. Real simple, right? There is no gray area. There is no, maybe kind of, sort of, if it was his fault too, or it was her fault. She did this and then he did that. I only cheated because he did this to me. I only did this because she did this to me. Did you do it? Yes. Did you have a choice not to do it? Yes. Okay, you chose to do it. Own it. Move on. Regardless of the because, regardless of the but, regardless of all the other extra stuff, right? It's just you take accountability for what it is and how it is, and that's it, and move on. Now, if you choose to live that way, cool. If you know it's not the right way, okay, you recognize that and just say that's on me. I take accountability for it, and we're working towards something. But to sit here and defend. To defend and then want other people, it's asinine. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get why people, and this is why life doesn't work for a lot of people. This is why life doesn't work for a lot of people. It's because it's so hard to take ownership and accountability for the things that you have control over. It's so easy to blame. It's so easy to say it's somebody else's fault. It's so easy. Man, my mom this, my dad this, my cousin did this. I'm on hard times because I did this. At the end of the day, you still have a choice. You can choose to continue to live that way, or you can choose to say, you know what, I'm making a stand and I declare that I'm not going to do this anymore, and I move forward. And that's what Stopper did. He made a declaration to himself and told himself, it said, I refuse to do this anymore. Because I see the impact that it's causing on somebody else. I see the impact that it's causing on me. I see that whatever I want to create cannot be created if something else is occupying that space. See, the thing is that we want to sit here and try to create things over stuff that's already there.
Come on, bro.
Over, as Abba says, your filth, right? If I am a painter, if I am a sculptor, if I am a creator, right? I'm creating a painting, and I'm going to take a Mona Lisa and try to create something different over that? No, I need a blank canvas. I need something clear. I need a clearing. I need a clearing to create whatever I want to create over that. If not, I'm just enhancing or adding to or defiling another painting.
So before we go ahead and end this live, because it's got to come to an end, my boy T. Frazier wanted to come up and speak on it real quickly. However, before we go, there's 356 people in here. My brother's got a goal of 50 caps. It is well over 19 people that got 99 on them. He ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Damn it, knock out that goal. Please. We always talking about this community crap. We can't even show up in the smallest sense. One person can do that. It's more than enough of us to knock out the goal for the man that is bringing us this. TikTok is a low level of entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? No. We're gonna get this done. We appreciate you.
I'm not big on that though.
We're gonna get this work.
All right.
We appreciate you.
But just to let y'all know, I'm not really big on that.
Melvin, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Get this work.
You can't do that.
Appreciate you, brother.
As big bro, I'm gonna talk to you straight up as big bro.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? When God says for you to be blessed, He means that. He's stealing the blessing from somebody else, because if He wants to bless you, let Him bless you. Because now you're taking His blessing away from Him.
You're right.
You see what I'm saying? It's all love, brother. It's all love. We know you don't need it. Come on, man.
Yeah, it ain't that. Because you go out and not only do you curate a space for others, you come and secure spaces for us as well, bro. I mean, for almost 500 people, Tap should have been out of this world. Share should have been almost equivalent, which was easy, which is you just repost and add to story, right? So these are easy things that we can do. And we're taught to understand why people have the issues they have with relationships, because you can't even adhere to simplicity. But go ahead, T. Frazier. We pushing the time.
Yeah, we definitely pushing. I should have been off, but you know what? The live be so good sometimes. And first of all, I want to say thank you to my wife for allowing me to be on this long. Because normally she puts the clocks in and I'll be like, I got to end it. So shout out to you, Rain. I love you. I appreciate you just allowing the platform to go this long. So thank you again. Come on, T.
Hey, okay. Hey, what's going on, everybody? First, let me wipe my feet at the door, man. Double salute to you, Velvet, brother. I've been for the last couple of days just tapping in. I follow my bro D in here as I normally do. I see him and I follow him in. But, man, I've been 100% for. I listen to Stopper, Donovan, a lot of y'all now who I feel like I done connected with from out in the chat. You know what I mean? But, man, God bless y'all. All praises be to the Most High for y'all brothers, man. This is so healthy, responsible, intentional. I can go on and on for what this is, man. This is pure accountability, and it shows listening, not to discount my sisters, but listening to my brothers, man. It shows that we are naturally problem solvers, man. It's embedded in us. You know what I mean? That's what this whole dialogue is about from what I'm hearing. But I just wanted to say, I see the sister dropped, man, but I just wanted to say, as followers of Christ, man, one thing we have to remember is we got to be able to understand sometimes who we dialoguing with. See, the sister, it's not so much if she was wrong, it's just that she had a lot of ignorance. And we have to get out of believing that just because a person say they're spiritual, that they are coming from the same perspective of us as followers of Christ Jesus. There's a big difference. You see what I mean? Spirituality just means that you've connected with something or come into agreement with something or someone in the spiritual realm. But spirituality does not equate to righteousness. And that's the big thing that we have to understand, is that people are saying they're spiritual, but it says try the spirit by the spirit. And it also tells us we judge the tree by its fruit. You know what I mean? So when we're listening to people, I hear a lot of people do that. They disregard marriage and no, we don't have to be married for this and that. And a lot of times out of ignorance, they just speaking on the contractual dynamic of marriage, which the Most High says that marriage is the most important covenant that you can enter into under God. That's the only way that we get the real favor that is here for us and the blessings that's already set out for us in this life. So he wishes for us to connect through marriage. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of people, like I said, they get so caught up in the contractual parts and then they forget what scripture, or they don't bother to learn scripture. You know what I mean?
So I don't want to go on and on. I know y'all tried to end. I had a lot to say. I was in the
I'm sorry, brother. You know these. You know what? Don't worry about this, because we do this. We what we do here on Friday mornings. We host the all men's panel on Friday mornings.
Okay.
And this is where brothers. This is where we definitely be putting in that work as men. So we do that every Friday morning. We've been doing it for the past month, and it has been immaculate. And it's just
our time, bro.
and it's 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 9 o'clock your time. First and foremost, let me say this. I truly want to thank everybody that pulled up this morning. People that came in, for those that are watching from the FYP, for the people that came up on the panel. Thank you guys for always being who you are, my brothers. Love y'all, and I appreciate y'all 100%, hands down. To my sisters that came up, thank y'all for joining. Even the ones that came up was a little off, but still we respect you, and I respect you for who you are and whatever choices that you have made in your life. That is your choice. I have no heaven and hell to put you in. Those are the decisions that you made, and then you stand on them. It is what it is. For the people that came in for the live, that came in and tapped in, for those that gifted, I appreciate y'all. You know I'm not really big on that, but I thank you. And like my brother Stopper said, it was a blessing, so I received the blessings. We got to 300,000 likes. I've never reached that. I truly appreciate everybody for tapping. Thank y'all for tapping in. Thank y'all for being who you were in the comments, for even being respectful, for voicing your opinions in the comments this morning, because the comments do matter to me. Hands down, you guys are what makes the lives what it is. Forget about who's up here. It's you guys that come in here. You're coming, you're coming, you do your things. I truly appreciate you. CFO, thank you for adding the 5 taps, my man. It's truly my honor to come up here and take the time out of my days and out of my morning to come up here and host these lives. I know it's not easy, especially when you have a life. And I'm not saying nobody does, but when I have a different life, and we live in different lifestyles, but to be up here, to take the time out and to come up with these things and to have these amazing conversations with so many amazing people that's coming from different walks of life is very important to me, hands down. I love the engagement. I love the people in the comments. I love that you guys be engaging with each other. I love when y'all be trying to team up. Yo, get them down, drop them. They don't just, I love it all because it's respected. And this is what a community does. We come together, we have conversations, we conduct ourselves as adults, which is the most important thing to me. And we all have our own opinion. And the one thing that we have to understand is this: regardless of whose opinion it is, we should respect each other's opinions. That's the most important thing. Learning to respect each other as men and women, not as black men and as black men and black women, but just as men and women as a whole.
Can we block rain?
Yes, we can block rain for 5 minutes. But no, and to my panelists, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all joining up. Stigma, it's always good to see you, sister. Always good when you come up, because I already know what I'm about to get. And they don't know what they're about to receive when Stigma comes up. If y'all don't know Stigma, that is one of the most powerful sisters on this app. Real talk. Lady M, you already know how I feel. I appreciate you always. Thank you for joining. I love your voice, your soft-spoken and your demeanor. Miss Vet, oh my God, another one of them sisters. Listen, I respect you. I thank you again for joining. I appreciate your words. And of course, you give it to him raw too. So I respect that. And thank you to my brother Stopper, always coming up here giving the word. Always leading with the word of God. And this is what I respect about this brother, no matter what. Always coming in with the word of God. To my brother D Awesome. You're just awesome, bro. The name says it all. What more can I say? What more can I say? D Awesome. Listen, I can't even say no more than what it is. You are awesome. You are awesome, brother. And brother Donovan that just left. Donovan is one of the hardest voices on here. He don't sugarcoat nothing. He don't stand for no crap. He gonna give it to you like it is. I love it. Oh, it's all we got them in here. We got it.
Go. Have a blessed night.
To AC the God, young brother, young bull. You already know you part of the family, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we building what we men are doing over here. We building a whole different community that people ain't ready for. But I say this because I know this is not my plan. This is, once again, this is God's plan. And as long as we are moving in his purpose, he will show favor upon our lives. And this is what he's doing. He's showing favor upon our life and upon our lives that we do on this app. Real talk. So we're about to close out, and we still got 300 some odd people in here. This is God's work. This ain't me. This is not me. This is all him. So all praises go to the Father.
I got this goal one more time, my good people. He ain't gonna die. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. 49 more cap. You already owe me a cigar. Don't make it 5. I'm gonna get real choosy at that point.
49 more caps, y'all. Send it 49 more caps.
I got the stogie ready.
Come on, there's over 330 up in here. Come on, y'all. Let's do this.
So they say we need 49 people to put 99 cents up there.
And then we only do this, I only ask y'all this because the activity brings in more people. And the more people, we get different panels, right? That's it. So just knock out the goals for my guy. All right, just the goals.
We'll get him out of the C5 league, y'all. He needs to be in the A1. He's only top 10%, y'all. Come on.
Yeah. This is the kind of content you want to see. Content that you can relate to. Content that's, as you can see, real people having real discussions. There's some people that can align with Archelin in the way she thinks, and she was given the space to have for as long as she had, which we know in most panels that, hey, sister, you open your mouth 2 seconds too long, drop, block, and goodbye. And they would have still been talking about her badly. So we wish her well.
They would have dragged her through the mud, and that's why I'm glad that we don't do that. Like
35 more, y'all. 35
we
more.
don't do that here. We ain't gonna drag you through the mud. Some people look at it, oh, they bully, and they say we're not bullying. It's the hardest truth, and some people ain't listen. If your skin ain't thick enough for the hard truth, then you in the wrong place.
35 more caps, yo.
Like for real, we not here to bash nobody.
Say's in the building.
Who's in the building?
Say it.
What's it?
Say it. I say it. Armstrong.
Probably somewhere just canceling on somebody last minute.
Give him the cue.
Waiting on that phone call back, said. You know what, said? Me and you, we ain't brothers no more.
Man, that's a lie.
He said, we ain't partners, we ain't brothers, we ain't friends. If gang gets away with my money, I'm going to tell you like this. You know I got to go to work.
Yeah, we got to go to work. But please knock out that goal real quick.
Oh, that's sad.
Said, yeah.
What up, baby boy? I'm sorry, man. You know, I'm lost in the scissors.
Yeah, said.
I'm tired. It's been a long morning. And I've been stuck on water all morning.
Come on, y'all. Be in the queue. Come on, y'all.
All right, let's get my last 2 bro hams up.
All right, so if he's coming up, I'm gonna drop. I'm gonna drop so you can bring up Said.
We got space for Said.
Space right there.
Like, what are you doing?
Said ain't requesting. Said, where you at?
He said he in the queue.
Always trying to run somewhere.
There you go. I got him.
That's what he's doing. He on the okie doke. Oh shit, let me go.
Now, you see, stop it. You ain't gonna run with all your flipping and dipping. Yo, I be loving that.
What's up, good people?
Yo, Said, what's up, brother? You made it. You made it, but you're late, but you made it. Better late than never.
I've been in the chat, man. I've been following. Trust me, I've been listening. I had my ears tuned in. I just want 67. I want to share this, man, because it's on my heart. And this is to those that believe, that live the believer's life. And it's directly tied to the young lady that came up. And I'm just, what I'm about to say, stop it. Where's Stop it at?
He's still here.
I need to see his face.
Yes,
hey, how you doing? I love you.
What the hell?
What's up? How you doing,
I don't feel your love, brother. I don't feel your love.
No. I love you, man, for real. But this is for those that believe that has been called to walk in the light and share the light. Amen?
Amen.
Yeah. And this is scripture. And you take it, and I want us to digest it and meditate on it. It's Galatians 5, chapter 22.
Galatians 5:22.
And it says, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Against such there is no law. And those who are Christ have crucified the flesh with its passions and desire. If we live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit.
Correct.
They can listen to this. Let us not become conceited, provoking one another, envying one another. And I'm speaking this to the believers. There is a particular way that we've been called to operate when administering and operating in the gospel. And it is very important that we operate from the fruit of the Spirit platform. No matter what I feel about what I'm hearing, no matter how I totally disagree with it, we have a way that we're called to operate. And I just want that because sometimes in our passion, the flesh can rise up for what we know to be the truth. And that flesh can rise up, man. And one thing that I don't want to be guilty of is killing someone with the word of God when it's called to bring them life. I don't want to be guilty of that. And so I am mindful that, I got to be careful, right? I got to be stern, but I got to be careful, right? And sometimes we're presenting the things of God in a way, man, that we kill people. We kill them. And you know, this got to be shared in love, man.
Right.
Man, and I'm, as Stop would like to say, I'm on land right there.
So before you go, Brother Cedric, I pulled up a verse and in the bottle of Nicodemus and Lajuan and Negrolations. It said, in Negrolations 1:1, it said that thou hast found that D is following said, and said has not yet followed thy brother D.
Yes, I did. Okay.
Is that coming from the book of Galatians? All right, listen. All right, look. First, I love y'all, right?
Hey, as the Bible says, it is done.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what's not done. The fact that I got 15 minutes to get myself together. I love y'all.
Hey, 21 more hats, please.
No.
21 more hats.
I've been waiting on said to call me back.
You can get up and go. What?
I called you back when you was with Rico.
Fine, I'll go get dressed.
That was a different day, sir. That was on Saturday. You were supposed to call me back the Sunday.
Oh man, I'm calling you today.
So don't call me no more.
See?
21 hats, y'all. 21 hats.
You gotta crucify that flesh, man. Don't act like that.
No, man. Hey, if you loved your little brother, your baby brother,
I love you, man.
You would have hit me up, man.
I love you. I'll get you up. I'm gonna fly to Fort Lauderdale.
Hey, say on Mondays. On Mondays we do men's prayer. On Monday.
Amen. What time?
9 a.m. Eastern.
Okay. So that's
8 o'clock your time.
That's 7 o'clock.
2 hours?
No, 1 hour.
Yeah, it's on 8.
On the same time.
Hey, D, you gotta let me in on everything too. All the info, man, so I can make sure
Oh,
I stay
man,
tapped in.
I put in a group, so you and I'll
Okay.
we'll make that happen. I got you, bro. Ain't nothing.
Stop it going live.
Not now. Tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. For those of you who may be interested, I do hold a panel 8 p.m. on Wednesday evening for Bible study. I do come on live Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to have these sorts of topics, and then we do praise and worship Sundays, usually about noon Eastern Standard Time. It's important to address things from a kingdom lens, kingdom perspective, because a lot of us, we're just doing things,
the most dreadful words any of us will ever want to hear is, I never knew you. Depart from me. So that's why I'm trying to plant as much seed, forgive me, because if you're a pastor, you're going to, anybody who's in pastor or whatever top name they want to put before their actual name, they don't convict you. I'm not talking about judging, convict you. Whether conviction doesn't make you want to transform your life, transform how you think and how you do it or what you do, they're not for you. You are not growing. There's no progress. By the way, there's no growth. So everything I speak on, I try my best to refer to Scripture. I believe in Scripture. It isn't my opinion. It isn't what I think. It isn't how I feel. Because how I think and how I feel, look at here, they're different, okay? Because the flesh is weak, the spirit is willing. We're hard pressed on every side, but we're not crucified. Persecuted, but not abandoned. Struck down, but we are not destroyed. And that is 2 Corinthians 4:8-9. Meditate on those. Just think about how wrong we've been doing things, right? And we didn't get the result we wanted. I'm a divorcee. I'm not proud of it. I'm ashamed of it. I want to do better for the woman God has for me. I haven't met her. When I do find her, I want to do right by her. I want her to do right by me. I want us to do our best to live out this covenant as long as we both shall live. You know, it ain't about flipping and dipping. The easiest thing to do is flip and dip. It's the easiest thing to do. Easiest thing to do. Hell, they even sell it.
They also sell caps.
28 of them.
18.
See, I have a third grade education. My bad.
That's okay. It's still good enough in today's time because the nation only holds a 6th grade reading level. So it works out perfectly, brother. You're right where you need to be. Just 3 more levels.
I'm within range.
Knocking on the door, brother.
Come on, y'all. Let's send in 18 caps. Come on, man. He out there getting ready before he goes to the plantation. And I'm working remote today. I got a lot of things to do. Let's help this brother reach his live goal. 18 more caps, y'all. I know they're not Yankees hats, but let's get them right, y'all. Come on.
Thank God.
17, man. Appreciate you, Sid. Appreciate you. Thank you, Frenchie. Thank you so much.
Yes, Goldie. It is basic instruction before leaving earth.
Jesus said once again.
That's what the Bible stands for. That's the acronym for it. Basic instructions before leaving earth.
Because you're going to leave.
Oh, ain't no doubt. When you leave, where do you end up? That's the question.
You want to be in an air fryer or do you want to be in paradise?
Air fryer is not an option.
Somebody in the chat talking about something, the Knicks in 5. No, it's the Knicks in never. It's Philly's time now.
Thank you, Miss Toy. Thank you, Miss Toy. Thank you.
Hey, you say that now, top San Antonio next year, bro.
12.
As long as it ain't the Knicks. It don't matter who it is.
But hey, Top, you know what's so crazy though, man? I've never been a Knicks fan. Yeah, I said it. I know I grew up in New York. I never liked the Knicks. And even though they won, and guess what? I still ain't on the bandwagon.
I respect that.
Spurs fan.
I respect that.
Hey, I ain't gonna give you the film, bro. I ain't gonna give you the fluff. That's one thing about me. I'm consistent, bro. I'm consistently an a-hole.
Top, don't come on here starting all that, man.
Hey, man.
What about starting? It's not too early. Since when is it too early to tell the truth?
It's too early about them guys.
Hey, listen, man. Somebody said, "Go Wizards." Sir, I just want to say,
My condolences.
I just want to say this with all due respect. Even people who are on the team ain't screaming "Go Wizards." So
Hey, even the coach, the owner,
and they get paid.
I'm a Wizards fan.
They just there for the paycheck. But shout out to the Wizards. That's cool, man. Look, Chocolate City needs something, man.
All right,
it's no longer Chocolate
six
City,
more.
There's nothing about the Wizards that's appealing. Not a darn thing, man.
That's crazy.
You know, they used to be called the Washington Bullets.
Yes, they were. Absolutely.
You know why they changed that, right? Because of all the pew and unaliving that was going on there. That's why they changed it.
All right, we got the goal achieved. All right, thank
you all. Thank you all for supporting the goal.
We appreciate it.
I like Wemby. I wish Wemby would have won. You know, last time. I wish the Spurs would have won. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But it's right on par with what he's been doing. You know, historically,
he a young boy. He gonna get it. He'll get it within the next couple of years.
They gotta pay their dues, man.
And it's scary to think that his brother could possibly be on the team with him, who's only 16 years old and staying 6'10".
You seen the brother?
6'10".
Yeah.
Have you seen the brother?
As long as the Sixers win the championship, that means every sports team in the state has won in my lifetime. They already won. They won in '83. They won in '83, but I was a beast. I want to see them all win, and then after that, I'll be straight.
And you know what? I feel you. I'm glad you brought that up because when we talk about basketball history, and they go with this whole Lakers, Boston thing. Yeah, that was a thing, but let's be honest. Don't dismiss the Sixers like they wasn't there like that. Don't do that. The Sixers was very much there, so it was Lakers Sixers more than anything versus Lakers Celtics.
I mean, it is what it is. Just as long as we win. A shout out to New York for winning something. Y'all like the Cleveland Cavaliers. Y'all like the Cleveland Cavaliers. You got me. Y'all just finally won one, but that's cool. No shot to my big homie Velvet because I really like him. I like Velvet. I like Velvet more than any. The Yankees, y'all forever champions, man. Y'all like the Lakers. Y'all forever champions.
Thank you. Yankees all day. You know I'm a Yankees fan.
Just to let y'all know, real talk. The pride of New York is the Yankees. It's not the Knicks. It's not the Giants. It's not the Jets. Damn sure ain't the Mets. Yankees all day.
Straight up.
Greatest.
I was arguing with somebody not too long ago. I said I swore that the Jets was the New Jersey Jets. They was like, nah, it never was a New Jersey Jets.
Allegedly, they're supposed to be.
Yeah. I swear it was. I thought,
yeah.
I'm a little old, 44. I swear at one point in time it was New Jersey Jets.
No, they was New Jersey Jets. They tried to make it New York, but
it was always New Jersey Nets.
It should have been New Jersey. It should have. Well, it was the Jersey. Yeah, the Nets was from Jersey. Yeah. They started in Jersey because I used to go to their game. They had a small stadium. It was New Jersey Nets, then Brooklyn. Then they, of course.
I said the Jets.
Oh, the Jersey Jets. Yeah, but no, they were always new. They were once called the Jersey Jets, but because they were so close to New York, like they said, and they didn't want Jersey to have a football team. That's like it should have been called the New Jersey Giants. Because they both in Jersey.
Yeah. The New York Giants sound better than I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, but they trashing it. Honestly, so here's the thing. It should be instead of the Buffalo Bills, it should be New York Bills, because technically Buffalo's in the state of New York. So it should be the New York Bills.
Canadian team. They're right across the bridge from Canada. They the Canadian team.
Who? Buffalo Bills?
Yeah.
But look,
it's like the Dead Skins, man. They play in Maryland.
That part. And they the Commanders now.
No, they're the Bummanders.
All right.
They still the Dead Skins in my eyes.
But let me do this. Fellas, ladies, gentlemen, I got to get out of here. It has been an amazing day. Thank everybody for the goals. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the 100 and something people that's still here. I appreciate everybody today. We'll be back again Wednesday with another good topic. Wednesday morning, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Tell your friends, but don't tell your children, because this is not for children. It's strictly for adults. Hands down. But we'll be back Wednesday again. Another open panel for the men and women alike. we'll have another one. And then Friday, which is what I always look forward to anyway, is where the fellas come through and we stomp with the big dogs. But as I always say, may the love of the Lord be with us all until we meet again. In Jesus' name, amen. Listen, today is Monday Fun Day. Go out there, have fun. Go touch some grass. Do something different. Matter of fact, call somebody you haven't spoken to in a while. Tell somebody that you love them. And give somebody a hug. All that goes a long way today.
Yes, Cedric.
I love you, Papa.
There it is. Cedric done set it off. And we love you too, Cedric.
Yes, sir. I'll see you Wednesday, brother.
Yes, sir. Peace and blessings, everybody. Have an amazing day.
Later, D. Later, panel.
All right, man. Later, y'all.
God. We have 15K today.